And switching over. And we should be live now. Aha! I can hear myself and everything. It looks like we made it work! Woohoo! Well, hey everybody. Welcome to Nature Check's Arda Campaign, our bi-weekly reason to brush our teeth and our hair. Oh, and also sometimes we play Dungeons & Dragons and talk about science. First, introductions. My name is Sheryl. I am the Dungeon Master for Nature Check's Arda Campaign. I have to change that now. I'm a PhD student studying ecology at the University of Illinois at Chicago, and when I'm not doing my research, I'm a science communicator and the host of the Roving Naturalist on YouTube. Next, we've got Joe.
Hi, I'm Joe. I play Lucanus, our resident barbarian. I am a PhD student at the University of Wyoming, and I am trying to figure out how weeds hurt crops.
And you play?
Lucanus, our resident barbarian.
Marvelous. Next, we've got Ryan.
Hi, my name is Ryan. I'm an entomologist. I work at a botanical garden in Pittsburgh, where I run all of our plant health care operations. That includes entomology, soil science, horticulture, plant science, soil science, I think I said that, plant pathology, all of those things that go into taking care of plants, in addition to buildings and human health pests and all of those kinds of things. And in our game, I play Fletcher, the human wizard.
Awesome. Next, we've got Peter.
Hey everybody, my name is Peter Coffey. I am a county ag agent in Maryland, and so I teach people about agriculture. My background is in entomology, but I also do soil science, pesticide research, and sustainable crop production. And then I'm also the editor for the University of Maryland Extension peer review publications process, so I oversee publication of informational materials, and in my spare time I take pictures of bugs.
And you are?
I play Cedric, the dwarven cleric of Moradin, who is obviously the best god.
And then we've got Nancy.
Hi everybody, my name is Nancy Miarelli. I am normally a tour guide in Ecuador, but because all that travel, doesn't happen right now, I'm just kind of hanging out. My brain just shut off. That was awkward. Excuse me a moment while I recuperate. So in the meantime, I'm teaching online classes, so if you're interested, the stuff will be in the doobly-doo in the bottom in the reference section, whatever we call it. And I'm currently streaming off my phone because I'm in quarantine, not where there is good internet. And that about sums it up. I play Kay. She's a human-ish rogue with a crossbow and an attitude problem.
And last but certainly not least, we've got Cindy.
Hey, Cindy Page. I'm a science enthusiast and also a cast member on Heroes of Awesome Constellation over on the Weirdlings channel, where I play the chief engineer Andorian named Zotiat. And here I am playing an extremely different character, which is a water mephit named Nautia.
So that's the crew. If you're watching Nature Check live right now, first of all, thank you. We really hope you'll enjoy what you're going to see this evening. And secondly, if you have any questions for the cast, please make sure to put them in the chat, and I'll do my best to catch them, or you can tag one of our mods, like the lovely Vron VZ, who is assisting us in streaming Nancy tonight. Next up, the socials. You can find Nature Check on Twitter at @CheckNature, so follow us there for updates in the game schedule, and please subscribe to Nature Check both here and on Twitch and on YouTube. All of those subscriptions really help. We actually just got our first Twitch subscription yesterday. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate you being here. I know, right? Yay! Every game session will be uploaded to the YouTube channel for you to see whenever you feel like it. And you can also find our after show recaps, our nature chats on the YouTube channel. So check that out. You can also access the game sessions and the nature chats everywhere you find podcasts. So please give us a listen and share us with your friends and your enemies. Tonight, we'd like to give a shout out to our podcast listeners from New York, Virginia, Michigan, and Wyoming. Together, you all have given us over 140 listens. So we'd really like to thank you for that. Thanks, guys. That's like a third of all of our podcast listens ever is from those 4 states. So thanks for that.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah. And you can also find the social media details for all of tonight's players down in the reference section below. Speaking of social media, have you been keeping up with our Rate My NPC bracket? If you haven't heard about this, we're basically doing a March Madness style bracket with 64 of the NPCs from the Arda game world and voting on them based on their overall attractiveness, both physically and personality-wise. We started doing round 1 of the Cedric's Friends category, and today it's a face-off.
Cedric's Friends.
I know, and today it's a face-off between
that.
Vinalda Boardstock, the young dwarven lady he met on Stoneman Olafshield's ship, and Notker Goldsunder, the dwarven emissary in New Seychester. So you can vote between those two today, but tomorrow there will be a new matchup in the Cedric's Friends category, so go check that out. You can find a link to download your own bracket and play along in the panels and also on our Twitter page. And if you haven't checked out the schedule panel below our Twitch screen, you should give it a look. I play Minecraft every Wednesday if I don't have stats homework. Our good friend Emily plays Animal Crossing every other Sunday, including tomorrow. Our friend Eric played Mini Metro yesterday, and he's going to be trying to do a more consistent stream on Friday afternoons. And we have an exciting new stream to announce. Peter and I, along with our friends Jareth, Jordan, and Xander, will be streaming an all-new RPG campaign starting next Sunday, April 26th. Come join us live for the first episode of Burn, a post-apocalyptic adventure.
And April 26th is my birthday, so if you don't show up, it is a big insult to me, and I will take it personally.
His feelings
Happy birthday!
All right, does anybody else have anything they'd like to plug?
On Monday evening, I will be playing Animal Crossing live with Emily Grassley from the Field Museum and some folks from the Monterey Bay Aquarium. We will be on Emily's Island, just running around talking about the plants and insects and the museum curation of these things. And I'm going to talk about, there's live insects and plants in a museum, and that's what I take care of in my job. So we're going to talk all about those kinds of things and just nerd out in Animal Crossing on Monday night. You can find the details for that on any of the social media from Monterey Bay Aquarium.
Amazing. Do you have hot takes on how Blathers curates his museum?
I think it's amazing. Animal Crossing always has amazing museum curation, I think.
That's true.
I mean, in terms of what he displays, maybe his behind the scenes curation in actual collections is abysmal. I don't know. He doesn't show anybody.
No transparency. Anybody else?
I actually, if you have questions related to gardening, horticulture, or agriculture, farming, I'm doing a live stream Tuesdays at 10 called Ask an Agent on the Carroll County Extension website, Facebook page. So if you have a Facebook account and you want to tune into a Facebook Live and ask me questions about arthropods or gardening or pest control or anything like that, I will be there Tuesdays at 10.
Ask an Agent. That sounds familiar. Joe, did you have an announcement too?
Let's there are things in motion. Let's just I would prefer to keep it mysterious until I get the go ahead from my colleagues.
Okay, then. We'll just leave it super mysterious like that. Stay tuned, folks. So,
Peter, can I come on that stream and ask you super difficult questions from my conservatory?
No. There's a specific no ferns, no palm trees, no large-scale indoor greenhouse exclusionary clause in the that I will add as soon as the stream ends.
Well,
like the
crap,
opposite of
because-
his thesis defense. You don't throw him softball questions. You're like, well, how can I make him squirm?
Yeah,
you know, Peter, I had some questions about some coconuts that were growing in the greenhouse here at Wyoming, and that just won't do.
Yeah, I just saw Ryan has a problem with spider mites in his palm trees, and I'm just like, this is not. No, this is. I will answer your question if you're not a Carroll County resident, but at my discretion. I will be much more picky about it. So Ryan, if you want to come on and guest star as a indoor pest control expert, we might have you on.
Can I come in and ask you the top 10 questions that I've ever heard?
Yeah, I would love
my
that.
top 10 favorites.
Yeah, you should do like a Google Asks episode. Those are always good.
Yeah.
That would be fun, actually.
Anyway, let's get this thing started.
I have something to announce.
What was that?
I have something to announce.
Oh, please do.
Yes. So I hinted at it when I was struggling talking about my intro because it's changed now. Anyway, so I am now running entomology classes. The first one is free and will be running April 27th. And it will be full of not just short video lectures, but also live question and answers, discussions. And we're trying to really make it community based and kind of gamify it with badges you can earn. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, the topic for this free course is all about mimicry and camouflage and why that happens and the evolutionary mechanisms behind it. So if that's something you're interested in, you can sign up on the form that will be in the reference section.
Well, cool. Awesome. All right. So we got Ryan live streaming with Monterey Bay Aquarium and Emily Grassley, Peter live streaming on Tuesdays, ag questions, Nancy's doing entomology classes, Joe's being mysterious, Cindy and I are hanging out. Let's get into this, because you guys have a dungeon to explore.
We do.
You do.
A mysterious dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
That might have some ag extension questions hidden in there.
Oh, God.
Maybe not.
Probably not, but maybe.
Everything changed when the gods left Lacedes. The world became a complicated place. For almost a century, people fought with one another and struggled to find new ways of being. The loss of the gods also made the continent of Arda newly accessible to the outside races, and humans from Tenebria established New Seychester as an outpost city on Arda's southern shore. In the spring of 972, 4 young people from different lands encountered one another in New Seychester. Though their alliance was first formed out of necessity, curiosity, and coin, they have now come to trust and rely upon one another as they explore a strange new world. Fletcher, a human wizard, collects samples and takes copious notes about everything they encounter in Arda, as he hopes to publish on his discoveries and make a name for himself. Cedric, a dwarven cleric, came to Arda to share the word of Moradin, but in the meantime, he's met a lot of new and diverse people and learned to rely on his friends when the going gets tough. Lucanus, an elven barbarian, seems either to be running from or towards something, but he hasn't let his dark past prevent him from working with and protecting his newfound companions. Kay, a roguish young woman, is new to the violence and adventure of the broader world, but her desire to make a difference and do the right thing to help the people she cares about pushes her forward. Last night, you built a fire to keep the jungle's threats at bay, and Kay had a strange dream. She woke with a feeling of being pulled deeper west into the jungle, away from the river and your current path. After some deliberation, you all followed her guidance, eventually discovering the ancient stone archway of some sort of subterranean structure. Cedric conjectured it could be a temple or monastery to Obadhai. Kay wondered if it could be a prison. Letting Cedric go first, your party immediately fell prey to a trap in the structure's entrance. I hope you appreciated the irony of me dumping a bunch of entomologists into a pitfall trap. After escaping from the pit, you learned how to test doors for traps, opened a few, and found some stuff. You are currently in the long hallway with 4 opened doors to sleeping chambers on your left, an untrapped but locked door on your right, and 2 more doors back in the entryway. What would you like to do now?
Cry.
That's a good question. Well, we have this kind of amulet medallion Oben High thing. Could we potentially use that to unlock the door that's locked but won't blow us up?
Do you mean the door on the right-hand side of this long hallway?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lucanus, you can make a, what have we got here? A search check on that door for me if you're looking for a way to use that icon to unlock the door.
Yeah,
All
is it a non-traditional lock somewhere on the door?
So I am going to reposition myself.
Isn't Lucanus barbarian? Can't he just kick it down with his foot? Isn't that what they're good for?
It's
And then it'll like
Trap?
explode and kill him, and then we won't have a barbarian, and we'll all end up dead.
Yeah.
I don't know, Cedric, you did okay running into the pitfall trap.
I got a
Oh,
13.
Cedric.
You got a 13 on your search check. So yeah, you're looking at the door, and it's, it's a pretty normal-sized, thick wooden door. It's got, like, a metal handle on it, and it appears that the locking mechanism in the handle is pretty conventional, honestly. Like, it looks like there's probably a quote-unquote normal kind of key that goes into it, as opposed to this icon.
All right, well, I'm going to try to kick it down.
I mean, could I try and lockpick it before you bring the door down?
What was that?
Could I try and lockpick it before he destroys the door or his leg?
I mean,
Too late.
You guys figure out which
How fast can you move?
Yeah,
I mean,
he said it. That means it's like happening.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to jump
So
in front of
Kay yells that out as I kick, and I got a 12. Is this something that I apply my strength bonus to?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a 14.
Okay.
Real quick, is this the door that I'm right next to?
Yes. Yeah, because you had just asked if it was trapped and locked at the end of last session.
Yeah. I'm gonna move away from it when I see the barbarian moving towards it.
Okay.
Thanks.
So Kay and Nautia were at this door, looking at it and talking about it being, because Kay checked it and discovered that it was not trapped, but it was locked. Nautia sort of moves out of the way as Lucanus comes up to check to see if the Tagua icon of Obadhai's face will fit into a lock, and it does not. So he just like rears back and kicks it. And you said a 14?
Yeah, plus 2, so it would be 16.
Wait, I thought you
Yeah,
said...
I thought you said.
Oh,
a
no,
12.
I'm sorry. It would be 12 plus
total.
2. Sorry.
Okay, so
14 total.
So 12 plus 2 for 14 total. You kick the door, and it makes like a loud like boom sound, like when you kick a wooden door. And it, it kind of like, there's some like cracking sounds, but it doesn't break.
So you guys want me to do it again?
I mean,
Wait. Yeah. Hey, maybe let Kay try to like picking the lock or something.
Okay. Okay, you want to pick the lock?
yeah, sure. That would probably make more sense than you just, hacking away at it with your foot.
But it's less fun.
You could.
For you, maybe, because you get to watch me unlock the door that you couldn't open.
Ooh.
I mean, that's fair.
All the ones on the other side of the hallway are open. If you just want to kick them, you could just kick them.
But this one's
advice.
not. Cedric, this one is not open. And I might be able to open it if I kick it a few times.
So what's happening?
Kay has her lockpicks out, but doesn't want to get near it if Lucanus is sticking his foot out.
I already moved back. I'm in the back of the hallway.
All right, you have your lock.
Also, why is open lock under an O instead of L for lockpick?
Because it's for O for open lock.
Yeah, you don't want to close lock.
Lockpick?
I mean, depends on the context. Closing lock could be useful.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you have your lockpicking tools out. Give me an open lock check on this door.
Dun 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 dun. You imagine a very anime scene where she's like whoof, and all the tools are in between her fingers.
Yes.
And I got a 17.
A 17. Yeah, so you sort of start moving around, and even though I said it looks like a conventional lock, this was also a lock on this continent, so it's not it's not New Sechesterian or Tenebarian in make, so the tumblers aren't moving the way you expect, and so on this first try, it does not unlock.
You want me to kick it?
Yeah, you should just kick it again, I guess. I don't know. The tumblers and stuff are weird. Who knew there'd be different kinds of locks? Thought they all work the same.
All right.
Not.
You don't remember Cedric's treatise on locks last time?
Nope.
I mean, see, here's the nice thing about wooden doors, and he's saying this as he oh shit, I got a 1. One? No, I got a 3. I got a 3.
Oh, you
right.
rolled a 1.
Rolled a 1.
1
Yeah.
plus 2.
Rolled a natural 1.
roll me another d20.
All right. 18. So this is 20. So Lucanus, the first. So he's saying this is
Joe. That was to decide whether or not that natural 1 was confirmed. So you didn't break anything. Yay.
okay. Good. Not a critical fail.
Like your foot.
Right. You didn't
Yeah.
break a foot or a toe. But damn that.
Nor the door.
Yeah. No.
The door is also not broken.
So does that mean that I get a kick again with that, or do I have to roll again?
I mean, that foot hurts a lot now.
So while they're
You like
doing
missed
that,
the door and hit the wall next to
Pretty
it.
much.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
basically
like, you
what
kinda,
happens.
Yeah.
while they're doing that, can I just open the unlocked door on this side of the hallway?
All 4 of them were unlocked last time. You found 4 pretty identical, dilapidated sleeping chambers, and that's where you found the stone box with the money and the Tagua icon.
I thought there was a second door on the right side of the hallway.
No,
this
if
is the
you-
only door on
Yes,
this
if
side
you
of the
make
hallway.
it all the
okay.
way down to the end of this hallway, it turns to the right, but there is no door
Yeah.
there.
That's right.
So Lucanus
Maybe there's a
like
second entrance into this room.
Lucanus switches to a shoulder check, and as he's doing that, he's like, well, the nice thing about wood, I got a 16 total. The nice thing about wood is that it's pretty much the same no matter where you go.
You hear some more like small cracking sounds, but again, it's not budging. Like, these are pretty sturdy. The wooden furniture in the sleeping chambers that you saw, it's kind of dilapidated. It looks like it hasn't been maintained in a long time, and of course, like, the damp of the jungle air has been getting to it, but these doors were made to last even in this environment, so they are not giving easily.
But there's cracking, right?
Are they made out of mahogany, maybe?
Maybe.
Barber.
Everything is about the jungle.
Everything's about the jungle.
So we were able. You said so. We saw there's a turn in the hallway at the end, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess while that is going on, I'm just gonna move to the end since I'm carrying the lantern to just look down to see where else it might go. Like if there's other doors or something that we could perhaps, like, there's another entrance into wherever this door leads, or somewhere we can use the icon.
Sure. So you should see, I just revealed it on the map. Your light illuminates another bit of hallway, and there is another door at the end of it.
I turn around and tell everybody that that I see a door.
Is it locked?
Can I smash it?
I mean, you can certainly try.
That's my line. Because it's been working so well for you thus far.
Why don't you run down there?
Oh no.
All right.
Wait, don't. Maybe remember, like, 20 minutes ago when I fell into that big spike trap and then everybody else fell into that spike trap? Maybe there might be another one of those. I'm just saying, maybe walk carefully and look at the ground.
As Cedric says that, I just start to hover a bit, just casually flying, maybe a foot off the ground.
Casually flying.
Nautia, can you check the floor for us, because we don't want to get spiked again.
With style.
Please.
I mean,
okay. I hover down the hallway and pull out my stick, the sort of spear walking stick kind of thing, and carefully poke at places along the floor as I kind of creep corner.
Okay, give me a search check.
Lucanus yells out, "Thank you for gently poking."
Gently poking.
It's gonna be one of those
man.
days. Oh man.
All right, where's search? Oh, good. That's an int. This will go well.
It is.
7.
7. Yeah, you poke a few
7.
floor tiles kind of haphazardly as you fly the length of the hallway. Are you going all the way to the door?
Dude, I'm gonna kind of look around the door first before I get too close.
Okay. Yeah, so you sort of poke some floor tiles haphazardly, you look around the door, nothing seems to be, out of the ordinary, nothing seems dangerous in this hallway.
Okay.
Did it save?
The floor didn't disappear, so I guess.
All right, this one's
All right.
mine. And I say as I pull out my warhammer and I walk very intentionally towards the door, like carrying it two-handedly over my shoulder. I'm coming for this door.
You're coming for this door.
Yeah, I'm gonna show Lucanus up.
Okay.
Oh no!
Kate just wants to go home now.
Like
You're not
running.
even gonna see if it's locked. Gonna hit it.
Oh yeah. I was just like running straight for it. I'm just gonna like try and smash it like right over the lock. Like
This is going to be a contest between two men whose main skills are smashing things.
Uh-huh. Okay, Cedric, so you're just,
You don't even
you're just
know
trying to...
if it could just be unlocked. You might.
it could be, but if it is, then it's
We're
just
not
gonna be more
thinking about
impressive.
locks right now.
No, yeah.
Okay, Cedric, are you gonna roll me a strength check, I guess?
Okay. Is
Wait,
this like,
see if the Obenhei thing will unlock that door.
Nope, I'm
Nope.
not doing
You're not
that.
in this
Hammer
hallway,
time.
Lucanus.
All right, well,
You yell that out, but I'm already like running at top speed and I can't even slow down.
in
Do I get
the
to-
Top speed.
in the
20
immortal
feet per
words in
6
the
seconds.
immortal words of the nation's best poet from the 80s, it is hammer time.
Oh boy.
Do I get to add my base attack bonus to this?
This is just a strength check.
Okay, then it's a 20. Dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
You hit the door like square on the handle with your hammer, and it just.
Excellent. Guys, see, that's how you do it.
And now I get to.
Have
reveal
you
more
tried
things.
just pulling the handle to see if it opens?
That's what I would have done.
So you open the door in your own special way to reveal a simple room with the remains of 2 wooden tables and some refuse that might indicate this space was at one point used as a common room or a kitchen or a dining area, something like that.
Lucanus gingerly walks over to the room.
Wait, you're walking over to the room where Cedric is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna search the room, kind of just like casually, like rooting through stuff, like moving refuse aside with my foot.
Rootin'
Just kind of.
tootin'.
I'm gonna search the room too.
Okay, give me 2 search checks.
Ooh, I got a 19. Finally, I rolled good.
I got a 10.
Okay.
I got a rock.
Out of 10. So Cedric, on one of the tables, you find another of these small Tagua idols in the Green Man or Obadhai iconography. Lucanus, in the refuse, you find a chunk of some sort of like yellowy orange, kind of partially transparent material. It looks like it could be a gemstone. Maybe you're not that good at rocks. But it's it's an amulet, so it's got like a little gold screw in it, and then it's on a long gold chain. And if you look closely inside this stone, for lack of a better term, it looks like there's some tiny thing in the stone, like a tiny creature maybe. And you also find a block of something that smells really sweet, almost like incense.
I mean, we're all thinking Jurassic Park, right?
Yes, 100%.
I don't know. I would love an amber pimp cane personally.
No.
That would just be the
Can
perfect
I also
accoutrement
go over
for
to the door
for
that
Lucanus.
everyone's-
Okay, so hey, Cedric, I found some bling. You want to look at it?
Oh yeah, sure.
Do an appraise check or something?
Yeah. Give me. Give the dwarf the rock.
Okay.
Give the dwarf-
Give me an
You
appraise
put it
check.
like that.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a 14.
A 14. So the gold chain is pretty nice, like really nice. This is very nicely crafted, whatever it is. Well, I mean, it's a gold chain, but this thing on the end of the gold chain is not a rock. Like, it's hard like a rock, but it's also not as hard as you would expect a gemstone of, equivalent size and type to be. It's also slightly irregularly shaped, but smooth, right? This isn't a cut gem. But you also see the tiny thing in this stone, quote unquote. And if you look very closely, both of you, you notice it might almost look a little like it's twitching every once in a while. It's like it's a very tiny thing, like maybe like a bug. You can't really tell. It's very small.
Yeah, this is not a rock. Like this is not a gemstone. Like I have no idea. Like this is, I don't know. It's some kind of like. This is not. I don't know. Maybe it's natural, like life formed or something like that. It's not a gemstone. No, the crystalline structure is all wrong. You can tell these smooth edges. I don't know. It's weird. If somebody made this, they did a really terrible job of it. I mean, the faceting on it is awful. I mean, clearly not dwarven made. Yeah.
Well, Lucanus just sort of looks at it, considers it, and I mean, it's bling. And then he dons the gemstone.
Oh, you put it around your neck.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if
he put it around his neck already.
All right. As he does that, though, I'm going to be like, did you see that it maybe was moving?
Yeah.
Okay, Lucanus, I'm going to need you to... No, just kidding. All right, so that is what you guys have found in that room. You've got this necklace, you've got the block of sweet-smelling incense, and then you've got another one of these Green Man Tagua idol things.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep my Green Man Tagua thing, and Lucanus did not show me the incense, so
yeah.
Okay.
Well, anything happened when I donned the necklace?
No, I fucked with you, but no, nothing happened.
Okay. Well, he just sort of
you
considers
look pretty fly
it. And then,
for an elf guy.
Yep. So he just sort of considers it for a moment, and then just sort of, like quietly and nonchalantly puts it in his coin purse.
Puts what in your coin purse?
The necklace.
Oh, you put it on, and then you took it off.
Yeah, I put it on to see if it would do anything.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like how I lick everything.
Nice. Okay. So it's just in your bag.
Yep.
Cool. What are you doing with the incense?
Can I just sort of like
licks it?
What?
He licks it.
Oh, of course I'm going to.
Yeah.
Just a very ginger, like tip of the tongue lick.
Yeah, it's very sweet and kind of musky, like incense is.
Are we talking like good scotch, or just, that one time when you were 6, you just like put a handful of potpourri in your mouth?
Is that
just to try?
Is that a
I
thing
can't say
that you
I
have
did
as
that,
a common
but-
experience?
Am I the only person who ever did that?
No, I'm there with you, Joe.
Yeah. All right, cool.
The kids with poor impulse control and ADD, like, crowd.
I feel like I shouldn't be at all surprised that Joe and Peter are the two who have eaten potpourri before.
I mean, this is
development. You're
like,
like
they are
testing
very much like
your
their
ability
characters.
to observe things.
Totally.
We are scientists. We are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a case where you can lick the science.
It's clearly plant-like material. Some plants are foodish.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay. So it has a taste and a smell, but not much else. So Lucanus just
give me an intelligence check.
I mean,
this is how I ask to see if you remember things.
I got a 13.
It kind of, like, both the shape and the smell/taste remind you a little bit of home. Not like maybe your home specifically, but like, you know that like people in your culture sometimes used incense to like help them concentrate when they were working on magic type pursuits. So it seems familiar. Both this sort of block structure as opposed to like incense sticks or something else that you might have just like to make perfume. Like the block and the smell taste that you get from it is mildly familiar. It seems like it might be something that a spellcaster might use.
But would it be uniquely elven?
Not necessarily uniquely elven. I mean, you haven't encountered a whole lot of spellcasters in your journey since leaving your home, but it definitely seems like it is familiar in a way.
Okay, so he just he puts it in his coat, and he'll probably show Fletcher later.
Cool.
Like after
probably.
Whenever we're done sort of exploring, like when Fletcher's about to prepare his spells.
Okay.
That's the mental note that he makes.
Alrighty.
I guess we got to go back to that other door then, huh?
Yeah.
You
currently have 3 unopened doors.
Do you want me to hit it with my warhammer? Because I mean, I noticed you were kind of.
Where's the third unopened door?
There are 2 back in the entryway, and the one in the long hallway with the bedrooms.
Yeah, there's the one we couldn't break, and then after the pitfall trap, there were 3 doors. And one was locked and not trapped, and one was locked and trapped, I think Kay found. Or one was unlocked and trapped.
Let me...
One guard speaks only truth.
One is... So you opened the unlocked, untrapped one.
Yeah.
One is locked, and the other is not locked, but is trapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 2 unopened doors.
And the one that you were trying to break, Lucanus, in this hallway.
Okay, so there's one that's locked and trapped, one that I couldn't break down. Where's the one that fits neither of those descriptions?
No, there's one that's...
You've got 2 different locked doors and 1 trapped door.
Yes.
Where's the trapped door?
The trapped door was if you're standing with your back to the pitfall trap and you're facing the bedroom hallway, the one that you thought was trapped was on your left, and the one that was locked was on your right.
Okay, so not counting...
Can I disarm the trapped one?
What?
Can I try and disarm the trapped one?
You may.
So not counting the door that we just entered, where is the door that is neither trapped and which I have not tried to break down? Where is that third door?
Joe, if you zoom out on roll 20,
here.
I think it's down in this corner.
Yeah,
where Fletcher
Okay,
is.
so that is the one that I was trying to break down.
No, that's not the one you were trying to break down. You were trying to break down this one next to Nautia's figure.
Oh, okay, that's not where my figurine was when I was trying to knock things back. So...
I was confused about...
Yeah, that wasn't the one I was trying to break down.
Okay. Well, regardless, they didn't break, so... Kay, you said you'd like to try to disable the trap device on the trapped one?
Indeed.
Okay.
This can only end well.
What was that?
This can only end well.
I believe in you. Give me
so nervous. Hacha.
How was everyone else arranged?
19
I know we were...
was 6.
Sorry, what was that?
A 25.
A 25. Okay. Yeah, so you feel like as you're investigating, like you investigated the door earlier and you found out there was something hinky about it, and you realize that like in the mechanism, like where, the handle would turn and it would release the bar to like let the door open, there was like a little lever, and you sort of like check out the lever and it's got like a wire attached to it, and you manage to sort of fiddle with all of this to disconnect it. And the whole time you're like holding your breath and your hands are shaking a little, because this isn't a trap that you've created and then are trying to dismantle. This is somebody else's creation. And you very carefully take it apart and nothing happens. Would you like to open the door?
Open the door.
What was that, Nancy?
I guess I open the door.
You open the door, and beyond it, you see stone wall.
That sucks.
Awesome!
Can we, like, search it to see if there's a secret button?
You certainly may. Lucanus, give me a search check on that wall.
All right. I got an 8 plus... No, 0. Okay, so 8.
It's masonry wall like the rest of this long hallway, and in fact all of the hallways that you've been in underground in this complex, as it were. It's, masonry wall, smooth, old. You can see on the backside of the door where Kay managed to disarm this trap, there's some sort of little, like, pouch. It looks to the two of you as you're looking at it like it might have released some sort of chemical explosion had you not disabled that trap first.
Lucanus just points to a section of the wall. Hey, look, another brick in the wall.
All in all.
I think so. When Fletcher is down there from when they went ahead and Cedric shouted back that it looked like just a hall with some tables in it.
Yeah.
I turned around with the lantern and walked back down. And I was searching that area of the other doors. So I was down there and Kay got that door open. And I think I was looking around at the other door and now where there isn't a locked door anymore, for anything that looks like it might have something to do with these medallions. Like I can't do anything with the locks themselves, but if there's something that has to do with where these things might go, I think that's what I would kind of be looking for.
Totally. Give me a search check.
Can I try to shoulder check the door that I wanted to originally shoulder check?
Well, hold on a second. We'll let Fletcher see if he finds anything first.
That is a 12.
A 12. Yeah, so you search these doors, the door jambs, the locks, the wall around them, the floor. You even sort of like hold your lantern up and look at this ceiling, which again, it's kind of low, so it's fairly easy to make out. You don't see anything that particularly strikes you as being like, that's where this thing goes. Yeah. Lucanus, you said you'd like to try to break open the locked door here in the hall with the pitfall trap?
Yep.
Okay, give me a strength check.
21.
Yeah, this time you put your shoulder into it, just the right spot. You think you've sort of figured out these doors, and it cracks enough that you're sort of able to then like shove it and push it open. Yeah, so you break open the door into... Reveal. Bloop. Okay.
Ooh.
So the room beyond looks like a storeroom of sorts, containing a jumble of stacked or broken barrels, sagging wooden shelves, a few old crates, and the splintered remains of a weapons rack.
Lucanus just sort of looks back at Cedric. See? Weapons rack.
Yeah, so Cedric has like kind of wandered back and just like peers in through the doorway.
Sure.
Oh, are there any weapons on the rack?
Well, let's do a search check.
Well, can we pause for a moment? Because I know some people have been moving their avatars or not moving their avatars. So Cedric, you're like way down the hall here. I'm just trying to keep track of where everyone is. So could you put yourselves where you like are in real life currently?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. I just Actually, you know what? I am going to move right over here. So, and I, by the way, for that search check, I rolled a 20, and I don't really want to re-roll. So, yeah.
Well, I didn't ask for it, so that's too bad.
Oh.
What I would like you to do is make a perception check for Lucanus and Fletcher. Since you moved into the room, give me a perception check each.
Can I use the check that I rolled already?
No, because I didn't ask for it.
Damn it!
You don't roll until the DM says so.
I know.
While Joe is re-rolling, so did the door that he just busted open, this is the door across the hallway from the door that goes into a solid wall?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, I am not there because I wanted to take a casual swing at the door that Lucanus failed to open earlier. Lucanus and Gay failed to open earlier.
Okay.
Since I had such good success with my Warhammer, as I was kind of strolling back and listening to everybody kind of mutter about the mysterious door opening into a wall thing, I was just kind of stroll by and just kind of take a swing at it and see if I could get that one.
Totally. Give me a strength check, and then we'll get back to the perception checks.
Nope.
Nope? What kind of nope is that?
That was 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep, nope. You do the thing where you kind of swinging your hammer in your hand, and you just underhand, almost like you're playing croquet. It's not like a real swing.
Yeah, my hammer just kind of bounces off the door, and I just kind of glance down the hallway to see if anybody noticed, and then just kind of put it back over my shoulder and just keep walking. Yep. Just no, I was just trying it out, just kind of.
Totally.
Lucanus yells back, "I heard that!"
All right, Lucanus and Fletcher, what were your perception checks?
21.
14.
Now I should probably do some rolling, I guess. That would be cool, right?
That's not good. When the DM rolls, it's not good.
That is not good.
Okay, so both of you, at the same time, you wandered into the room and you're sort of looking at all of this junk that's around here, and all of a sudden you both hear...
Oh, damn it.
And you start to see little fuzzy black bodies coming out of all of the wreckage, and I need you to roll initiative. Woo! Kay and Nautia, since you... everybody can... Well, Cedric doesn't know there's anything wrong yet. Kay, you're right there at the doorway, so you can also roll initiative. But Nautia and Cedric, you'll have to hear it first before you can join the fray.
Oh, I was going to say, can I not react to it? If I start hearing that...
That's why you get an initiative roll. If you hadn't heard it, they would have surprise round attacked you first.
Oh, no, I didn't mean react, to what's coming. I mean, just, a reaction. If I heard that, why wouldn't I be what is that?
Oh, yeah, sure, that's a free action, that's fine.
I feel like I would have, stood up straight with the lantern from looking at the barrels and been there's something.
Totally. Okay, that's fair, yeah.
At the very...
Lucanus already has his great sword out.
Nice. That's fine. So yeah.
I got a 15.
That means that Nautia and Kay, did you how loudly were you saying that, Fletcher?
I mean, I wanted the people loud enough that the people who were with me would hear it. Okay. I doubt Cedric would have heard it because he was banging stuff like a kid using a stick on a fence while he's walking along down in the hallway. But everyone else, I think, would have heard it coming, around the open door that they opened.
Fair enough. Okay, so anybody greater than 20 on initiative?
Yes, I got a 23.
23 for Kay. Okay, anybody else greater than 20? Nope. All right, 15 to 20.
I got a 15.
You got a 15.
I got a 16.
Oops, and you got a 16. Okay, 10 to 15 then. Nobody?
I mean, I got a 15.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, there's an overlapping roll here, so...
5 to 10? Oh, goodness.
Wait, to be clear, I didn't roll because you told me. Yeah, I didn't roll.
Yeah, that's fine. Nautia.
I rolled the same as the character was already doing, so 3.
3. Cool.
Just way out of it.
Awesome. Amazing. Kay, that means you get to go first. So you hear Fletcher say, what did you say? What's that?
I said, there's something. I hear something here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you hear him say that, and you can stick your head in the doorway and see what you see.
So I stick my head in the doorway and see what I can see.
Yeah. So you see there is looks like a swarm of some sort of tiny arthropod creature coming out of the wood remains in front of Lucanus. You can see the one with the red dot.
Are they coming out of the woodworks?
Huh?
Are they coming out of the woodworks?
They are coming out of the woodwork. So there's a swarm developing in front of Lucanus, one developing next to Fletcher, and then there's another one kind of down the aisle between the shelves in front of Lucanus as well.
Awesome. Cool. If I shoot the one in front of Fletcher, that is, quote, is that in melee range so that I get a minus?
He's not currently in melee with it, so you're fine.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like if he's in melee with it or just in melee range. Yeah, I guess I'll pew it with the crossbow.
Okay, do that.
Alright,
Please don't pew me.
Okay. Well, I definitely do not pew it. I got a 3.
You got a 3. Yeah, that's not so much. So Fletcher, you hear a crossbow bolt kind of clatter against the wall near you. Yep.
Okay,
oh no, sorry, a short bow arrow. But yeah. Are you moving, Kay, or are you just gonna stand in the doorway?
I think I'm just gonna awkwardly stand in the doorway.
Okay, you do that. Next is Fletcher's turn. There are many small black spiders coalescing in a swarm next to you.
Wait, there's spiders now?
There are spiders.
I thought before you said, oh, okay.
I just said arthropod. I was non-specific.
Oh, you did just say arthropod. Okay. So I'm not in melee yet. So if I move, do I have to do a disengage?
They haven't moved yet, so no.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, I don't feel like I would have to. I'm going to move
away. Oh, and also,
away.
Fletcher, you can see. Sorry, you can see. This is now a hallway that leads to another door, so there is a little bit more room for you down there.
Oh, okay.
Run away.
And I ran so far away.
Oh, amazing.
Bye, fuckers.
This has become a Twitch sing stream.
We should do a musical episode.
We're all falling apart.
No, we should not. Not after that.
Oh,
There's only room for one tone deaf player, and I would be the second. So.
Oh no! This would be like the Room of musical episodes.
Oh,
it would be fantastic.
Oh no! All right, so you moved over there.
Yeah, I moved. So I was 20 feet to move over behind Lucanus.
Okay.
Strategically positioned. And then I'm going to aim a ray of frost back at the cloud of spider-looking arthropods that were forming by me with the yellow dot.
Love it. Okay. Do that ray of frost thing.
Okay.
Yeah, do it.
If I knew Ray of Light by Madonna, I'd be singing that right now, but I don't, so I won't.
Well, I do because I'm gay. So.
Is that just like part of the package?
So you better start singing it.
By the way, are we saying this all in character? Because that would be awesome.
I don't know. Who's Madonna?
Who is Madonna? That's true.
Who is Madonna?
Okay.
I feel like we all said that meaning different things.
Okay. All of a sudden, I can't find my magic there. Okay.
Magic. Oh,
So, and it is a ranged touch attack.
Indeed.
So I get to add... I always forget to deal with touch spells.
Your dexterity.
Just dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
I need to just write that down,
bonus.
for goodness sake. So that's an 18.
An 18. You hit them with the Ray of Frost. Do some damage. This is the yellow swarm that you were attacking.
Yes, the yellow swarm. I do 3 cold damage.
You do 3 cold damage. Yeah, so this, like, little bead of white light with some little, like, little bits of condensation coming off of it zooms across the room and splats on the floor in amongst the swarm of spiders, and you can see the frost sort of creeping over their furry little bodies and sticking some of them to the floor. So you definitely did some damage. There are fewer of them that are still capable of movement at this point.
Oh, I feel bad.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm like reminded of.
They're just doing biocontrol, eating other things that are present.
That's true.
Including adventurers.
We need some house centipedes in here to eat all the spiders.
Yeah.
We need some cellar spiders to eat all the other spiders.
Yep, Fulcids.
Yep.
We haven't even identified these
I'm like
spiders. They might even. They might
Maybe
be harmless
Fulcids.
Fulcids.
They ate all the good spiders. Kill them.
I mean, they could actually be Fulcids because
yeah, given where we are.
Fulcids do have semi-social behaviors, and shout out to the Ask an Entomologist post that I wrote on that.
Hey.
Hey, also my most recent Instagram post is a picture of a Fulcid.
Oh,
Hey,
Check out my gram.
which by the way, Fulcids are they're certainly common spiders, but they are fascinating.
Oh yeah, have you ever seen their deterrent response where they'll like shake themselves and vibrate their web?
Yeah, they have their own cloaking device.
Yeah, it's super cool.
What is happening over there?
It's basically what they do. They shake themselves so fast.
I'm so sad
It's
our
like-
podcast
it is-
listeners can
I've
experience
seen that.
Oh no!
It's crazy.
Yeah, but it's also cool because they can they will like attack Black Widows, win that fight, and take over their webs.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, like they will fuck a Black Widow's shit right up.
Neat. Also, I'm gifting that later.
Yeah. I mean, you got a good 2 or 3 out of that one.
Yeah. Guys, we have our own gifts now. Okay, Lucanus, it is your turn. Thank you for the nerd out about spiders, though. I'm glad I picked spiders.
Yeah, no. These are great spiders to pick. So, I have a feeling that a swarm is something that I am going to have some difficulty fighting. So, I am going to react with
That's a good instinct.
Yeah, I am going to react with a uncharacteristic amount of courage and move slightly out of the room. And be like, hey, Fletcher, so this seems like more your territory. I'm just going to stay out of your way.
Nice.
I'm like, how are spiders anyone's territory?
Because it's a swarm, and I'm not good at fighting these things.
Wow, that's great instinct. You are correct. Your weapons will do less damage, but wow, Lucanus just noped right out of there after Fletcher hit behind him. Nope.
Lucanus has arachnophobia. I think it's canon now.
Yeah.
But I, you know what? I sort of like, that one scene in Fast 8 where like the Rock flexes right out of the cast?
No, none of us have seen Fast.
No, again, Joe, I'm gay. Why would I know anything from that?
Fast and the Furious is just anime for jocks.
Which none of us are.
How have I seen this movie and you guys have not?
You're just so mainstream.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh my god.
Right
okay,
oh,
so
yes,
in Fast and the Furious 8, which I can't believe that I'm making this cultural reference, Dwayne The Rock Johnson literally flexes his arm out of a cast, and I did that to a spider web earlier in the series, and I kicked that spider's ass so bad that we couldn't even salvage whole spider parts.
That is all true.
That is true.
That did happen
Okay.
in a brewery in St. Louis.
There was a buffalo spider.
Oh dear. Oh goodness.
I Dwayne the Rock Johnson their world right up.
So your whole turn, your only action, Joe, is running away.
Yeah, my only action is reacting with all the courage of an 8-year-old to this situation.
Worst tank.
Wow, our barbarian is very brave against the doorway, but
It is
not
a-
so
it is a
brave against
strategic
little tiny
retreat.
spiders.
Okay, you strategize your way right through that. Guess whose turn it is now?
Great strategery there, Lucanus.
Sweet. My turn.
1, 2.
A spider, I'm sure, and I'll get attacked. Meanwhile, Cedric's still just in the hallway, walking and whistling, just,
Yeah.
like twirling his
I your description earlier of like banging my hammer against the wall as I walk down the wall is just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
spot on, just like.
I'm close to Cedric, right?
Huh?
That's Lucanus who derped. No, never mind. I forget whose character looks like what. Never mind. I thought Cedric was closer than he was.
No.
He's not. He's not.
Mm.
He is not.
No, he's not.
Cedric, at the end of this round, you will have made it to what? Yeah, to where Nautia is. Oh, Fletcher. Okay.
I'm being
Wait,
eaten
is
by
Cedric
spiders.
still like...
Oh, Fletcher. Okay.
Oh, Cedric's still all the way at the
Wait, where did
hall.
the red?
Oh,
red
no!
dot-
Well, I'm dead.
Oh, that was a lot of.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I made the wrong decision, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Got swarmed.
I was planning on doing this with a crossbow, and
The first spider swarm enters your square, and they do max damage of 6 points to you.
Okay.
I
Yep.
need you to make a fortitude save.
So wait, well, I mean, so they do they go? The AC doesn't matter against them, whether they hit or not.
Oh wait, no, I guess maybe you're right.
I didn't know you
Really
didn't say
say. It
there.
just says. Nope, it says they deal this number of points of damage to any creature whose space it occupies at the end of its move. So basically, like they get all up in your business.
They just because they can get through whatever.
Right.
Like little. Okay.
That's the problem with swarms.
Okay.
The last group that I used spider swarms on, they got inside the dwarf ranger's armor, and the party lit him on fire.
Ah.
oh, okay.
Good idea. Good idea. Fletcher, light yourself on fire. Dump that lamp oil.
Again.
Fletcher has a lantern.
I just had an article
Fletcher,
published
can
about
you,
why
like,
you
swing
shouldn't
the
do
lantern
this.
around angrily?
Everyone
So,
should read that article, by the way. Everyone
Kill
should
it with
go read
fire,
that.
always a bad idea.
So you take 6 points of damage, and I need you to make a fortitude save. Oh dear.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, I hope you make it.
I'm sorry,
Fortitude.
Fletcher.
Fortitude. Oh, I mean, I have no fortitude bonus, so 10.
Okay. Jeez Louise. Okay, your max, like your strength score goes down by 2.
Ugh.
Strength score. So that'll be a miscellaneous penalty right now, like
Yeah.
a -1 basically.
Yeah, it'll be a -1 to your bonus to your strength.
Yeah.
bonus.
Okay.
Yep.
Hopefully that's not permanent.
Wouldn't
I
you
mean,
like
he is
to
a
know?
wizard, so
It's true, but
It's not like you use it anyways.
it is
Kind
true.
of-
Yeah.
But
It
still,
it would be
Depends on how
worse
this
for a
turns out.
barbarian.
we'll see. We'll see.
If you die immediately, then it's not permanent.
But necromancy doesn't work in this game.
I didn't
So
say
far.
that. The next swarm enters your space, and you
Oh,
get
cool.
5
I'm
points of
Oh, that was just one swarm?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And you hit him with 3.
All 3 win, so I'm down. I only had 7 hit points.
Oh fuck. Okay, so 5. Wait, so you had 7 left.
Yeah, I had 7 hit points.
Okay.
Oh, you guys are gonna be
So
giving me
so
shit
that
on
one
this
did
for a
5 to
while.
you, but that means you're still up, right?
Well, the first swarm did 6.
Right. I thought you
So that
had...
took me down to 1.
Oh.
And then now it dealt 5, so
7
now I'm down.
total.
Okay. So in that case... Nope, that's you. That's not who I wanted to move at all. Sorry. Okay. So there's two swarms on you.
Yes.
Sorry about that. And then the last swarm would not have moved onto you because you already would have been down. So they are now
already a corpse.
Yay. So they are right there now. Oops. Sorry about that.
You're sorry about that.
Well, hey.
Oh, God.
And now it is Nadia's turn.
Okay. These squares are 5 feet each?
5 feet each, yeah. Cedric, you'll be making it to where she is right now when her turn is over. And then you can probably roll initiative right now, and I'll add you into the next round because you can see her moving and Lucanus moving. And
well, yeah, and I saw Kay shoot a
right.
bolt or an arrow through the doorway.
So I will let you roll initiative now.
You just heard a body hit the floor.
Okay.
Oh, as the bodies
hit the floor.
So I want everyone to know I rolled a 2 for my initiative bonus, so we're all fucked.
Great.
Wait, you have a 2 total for your initiative?
Sorry, I rolled a 2 plus 1.
So you
3.
also have a 3. What's
3.
your dexterity?
Oh, we're both 3s!
Nadia, what's your dexterity?
Yay!
Oh, yeah.
But my modifier is 0, I think. Wait.
Your dex bonus?
No, because I do add my dex. No, my dex is plus 0. Yeah. So
Cedric goes first.
No bonus. I just rolled
do I have a dexterity
natural
bonus?
3.
Really? When you fly? I thought your dex would be so high.
Nope.
It's very fast.
Yeah.
But
okay. Yeah.
In any case, it is your turn now, Nadia.
You can have fast speed.
So since I was probably still hovering to begin with, I'm basically going to fly over to the doorway, which I can do with plenty of movement left over, and try to aim sort of away from Fletcher, but to hit the swarm.
Do you want the one that's right in front of the doorway or the ones that are on him?
Not that are on him. Spiders. I'm dodging Fletcher, so I see one swarm that's not in Fletcher space. Yep. And I'm going to hit that with what's it called? With my breath weapon.
Yeah! Yeah, you are.
Breath weapon?
Which is a 15-foot cone of caustic liquid. Damage 1d8 acid. Reflex DC 13 half.
Reflex 13,
The save DC is Constitution based and includes a +1 racial bonus.
Because you're cool.
Nice.
You said 13? Spiders fail.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so Purple Swarm is getting your breath weapon.
Okay, so I get to roll 1d8, which is that one.
Nice.
Oh, 7.
Ooh, 7. Wow. Yeah, you open your mouth and exhale, and this weird fog of caustic something comes out and sprays into this storeroom, and the spider swarm that was directly in front of the door where you're looking and where you aimed, you just see most of them just kind of crumple, and they're doing the thing where their legs all curl in. And there are a few spiders left there, but not very many.
All right.
Nice.
Cool,
and it says I get that every one. So I get that every 1d4 round. So does that mean I have to just roll d4 see if I get it back next round?
Yeah, basically roll a d4 and that'll tell us how many rounds until you could use it again. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. Yep. All right, and that means we are back to the top. Okay. Nadia is kind of hanging out, sharing your square for the moment, which you can do because you're tiny.
I just rolled a 2 on that.
Okay. So keep track of that.
Yeah. So.
How far can you run in a single straight shot?
You have a land speed of 30, which means that you could either move 30 feet, up to 30 feet, and then make an attack, or you can move up to 60 feet in a round and do nothing else.
I'm kind of literally backed against a stone wall, as we found out earlier. I can either run away like Lucanus, or be bait, I guess. I don't know. I mean, Fletcher's already dead, and there's nothing I can do for him. So.
So you're at -4 right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, I don't have any health potions. I don't have any health spells, so like I can.
Fletcher
do
does
nothing
though,
for him, right?
Fletcher has like 3 health
there's
potions.
Like 2 swarms on top of
once
him.
you loot his body, you'll be able to get all the health
true.
potions.
Fletcher does have healing potions, I believe. Fletcher, are they in a place where your friends would be able to see them or not?
I think they know they're in my satchel because, like, I when I was when we got them and agreed for me to take them, they went in my like traveling bag that I have.
So this is like a over the shoulder kind of thing, like.
Yeah, with a big bag on the side. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Kay, you would know that.
Okay. I think I'm still gonna run away. Maybe not.
No, save Fletcher.
No, well, there's like 3 swarms around Fletcher, and I don't have much more life than he does. So what? I'm gonna like resurrect him, and
technically, right now you have a lot
gonna
more.
die again.
Yeah, you have more, and one of the swarms is down.
Just shoot him. Just shoot him with your arrows.
Shoot at the spider.
Okay, I guess. I can go 30 feet, right?
I mean, I was planning on crossbowing this out, but doesn't sound like that'll be super hard.
Alright, I'm gonna... that was not actually moving. Alright, I'm gonna move here. I believe that is 30 feet, if I did the... That's 25.
You take 2 points of damage because you moved through the spider's square and they bite you. Because attack of opportunity.
Ouch, fucker. Awesome. Alright, well...
And I need you to make a fortitude save.
I don't know. Fortitude. There it is. And that's just a d20 plus the fortitude, whatever that bonus is.
Correct.
I'm assuming. Well, I got a 3 to join the 3 club.
A 3?
I got a 3. No, I got a 4 because I added plus 1, and I can add.
Okay. Your strength score also goes down by a total of 2, so your bonus is now a -2 instead of a -1.
Wait, hold on.
Because you and Fletcher are both poisoned.
Strength.
Huh?
Right, but my strength was already a -1, so -1 minus 2 is...
No. It's the total score. So I think you have... what's your total strength is like a 9? Is that right?
Oh, yeah, my total strength's an 8. Yeah.
Okay, so now your total strength is a 6, which means your bonus is a -2. Oh, boy.
Oh, I see.
Because you're poisoned.
Okay, so strength. Awesome. Strength 6.
Uh-huh.
Cool. I love it when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I'm gonna try and turn around. Which one of the swarms has the least amount of critters in it?
The one that you just ran through. The one in the doorway.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't happen to step on any on for all of that.
You didn't say you were trying to.
I guess that is true. I was just trying to run the fuck away. But I guess I will shoot it with the crossbow and try and actually, shoot it this time.
Okay, do that.
Alright, I will. Hold on.
Veronica says she's on the edge of her seat.
15. Oh god. I got a 15 plus 1. 16.
16. Your arrow goes into that space, but because there are so few spiders left, it doesn't actually hit any of them. Yeah. All right. Oh, Fletcher. Oh dear. Do you have percentile dice with you?
No.
Okay. So if you are okay with this, I can roll for you.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. Hoping for a 10% or lower. Oh, that's a 008. You stabilize.
Wow.
Wow.
At 10% or lower, that's not
That was
surprising.
really lucky. Holy smokes. Yeah. Nice. Cool. Well, I guess I'll put that book away. Yeah, so you are not, like, bleeding, dying. You're still unconscious, but yeah. You're just...
Well, I will spend my turn laying here.
You will. All right, Lucanus, what you got this time?
Okay, so I guess I have to use rage. I'm gonna do. Yeah, so I guess I have to do rage.
Veronica says Fletcher is her quarantine mood. Just laying
Laying there covered in spiders.
So I'm gonna roll. Okay, I got a 20, which is good.
Okay, what are you doing? You said you raged.
I'm raging.
Okay. Does that...
And I got a 20.
Okay. To do what?
I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with this 20.
Well, okay, but again, you don't roll until you tell me what you're doing. Because you're still down the hallway. You gotta, there's an order to this. You gotta tell me what you're doing and then do it.
Okay.
Because yeah, don't waste those 20s.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna run over to Fletcher, grab a healing potion, and just sort of like use it. I don't know how healing potions are used.
Okay.
But
so, are you raging or not?
Yes, I'm going to rage.
Okay.
I am just going to dump a healing potion in his mouth because the rage is going to give me more hit points.
Then
and
I guess I will move you.
Okay.
You're moving through that set of spiders that Kay just moved through. They're going to attack of opportunity you.
Yeah, I know. I am just going to...
That's 2 points of damage.
Okay,
And then I need you to make a fortitude save, and this is because you're raging. Your constitution is now higher, so make sure that you're using the correct fortitude save.
Okay. Let's see, where is fortitude? Let's see, I got a 15 total for the fortitude.
Okay, you are not poisoned, so you just took those 2 hit points of damage, and that's it.
Okay.
And so you moved. I will let you... You can find the healing potion this turn, but you cannot also administer it because you had to move first and then get it out of his bag. So that's a lot of stuff to do.
Okay, so I'm just, raging, looking, the ivory skin, black eyes, black hair, and...
like the photo that we have of you.
Yep.
The
And emerald scars, and just sitting over Fletcher, like, holding a healing potion at the moment.
This is great. Last time Fletcher got healed by this party, he was, like, seared alive by Cedric's warden magic. This time, he just has, like, this Lucanus face in his face as he's going to wake up.
Well, I hope he wakes up.
Excellent. Oh dear. Okay, so...
Oh dear.
Now it is the spider's turn. So sorry, I'm just moving Fletcher for the moment so that I can move the spiders.
So you can get the swarms.
Okay.
Oh, motherfucker, I'm covered in spiders.
Fletcher's like, now you know what it feels like. Okay. I'm moving the wrong people. Sorry.
Oh, Christ, I hope that purple group doesn't find me.
The purple group is moving toward Nautia, but you're still hovering, right?
Yes,
Okay,
I am not on the ground.
They're on the ground, but they're sort of like moving in your general direction.
Bad flying is so convenient.
Yeah. But Lucanus, you take a total of 7 points of damage, and I need you to make 2 more fortitude saves.
All right.
Spiders.
Oh, 19 fortitude.
19 fortitude.
What's my bonus on that?
That's fine, you passed. Don't even worry about it.
All right, cool.
Second one?
And then I'm gonna an 8.
An 8. Your total strength goes down by 2, which means that your strength modifier goes down by 1. And that is true, like, that will persist even after you stop raging. So remember that. You now have 1 less to your strength while you're raging, and then also while you're not raging.
All right.
Okay. That's the spiders. Cedric.
Okay, so I've been standing in the hallway, like slowly walking towards this room. I saw Kay like back out into the hallway, fire a arrow into the room.
Yep.
Then saw Lucanus run out of the room,
Yep.
run back into the room. Nautia moved forward slightly, and then a giant swarm of spiders out of the room.
Swarm of spiders.
You know that one scene.
Any swarm of spiders is a large swarm of spiders,
yes,
right?
That's true.
That one scene in Community where like Troy walks back into the room, everything's on fire, and Chevy Chase is shot in the leg and bleeding out.
Yeah.
That is what Cedric is walking into right now.
And you haven't even made it into the room where Fletcher's on the ground.
No, yeah, see, that's the thing. All I know is that there's a swarm of spiders underneath Nautia right now, and I can hear screaming coming from inside the room.
And Nautia is absolutely making that face that like a cat makes at a bug that it hates.
Yeah.
Just all hovering above them so they can't get her. She's probably like right at the ceiling.
Yeah. Totally.
So, and Cedric already has his hammer in his hand because he's been like kind of banging against the wall. So he's just gonna run forward and just like try and smash as many spiders underneath Nautia as possible.
All right, roll me an attack.
Yeah, squishing. That's a 13 plus 1, 14.
Yeah, so again, this swarm is not very large anymore or very robust, so they're sort of moving all over the place, and it's one of those where, like, you're so sure when you bring the hammer down, but they all just, like, right out of the way, and you just hit stone. Yeah.
Yep, that's all I got.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got.
Okay, now it's Nadia's turn.
All right. Yeah, I guess I'll just try a claw attack on those guys. The same swarm.
Sure. So you're gonna sort of descend and claw at them.
Yeah, just kind of descend and try to swipe at them. See if I can do any good that way.
You don't sound confident.
I am not confident at all.
I believe in you.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Plus 6 minutes. Okay. 13?
Again, you go down with your claw, and it just kind of, raking stone. The spiders move really fast. Yeah. Was that, you only have 1 claw attack in a full attack? Or do you have...
Oh, I guess I do get 2. Do I get 2?
I thought
two
you
claws.
Had...
Yes.
Yeah.
So I can do that one more time.
Yeah, because you didn't move
All
any
right, let's try that again.
spaces, you get 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's try actually getting the dice tray. It's the same thing. It's still a 13.
Yeah, no, you just...
Both my dice just rolled a 7.
Yeah. And you get that, like, terrible feeling of your fingernails, like, rubbing against the stone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's teeth just...
Yep. Amazing.
Just lots of just hissing. She's just hissing.
All right. Kay, it's your turn. Nautia, that was 1 round before your breath weapon.
Yeah. So does that mean, so if it's 2 rounds, does that mean I get it back on the next round?
It's 2 without and then back.
Okay. Well.
So, everyone, like, all the swarms are now in melee range of someone, right?
Yes.
I mean, all the
swarms are
2 of the swarms are on me.
Yeah, they're like in him and
well,
on.
I'm saying that, like, when I actually, like, shoot into them, I get the minus into melee.
Definitely.
I mean, if you shoot into them, I'm pretty sure you're shooting into me as well.
Lucanus, come on.
Which I kind of deserve at this point, but that's another conversation.
I mean, how many spiders are left with Nautia's?
A lot.
And Nautia's like,
I mean, it's still a fair number of spiders, but there are that one is vastly smaller than the other two.
okay. And the other two are where Lucanus is. I saw you move one of them, but I wasn't sure if they
The other two are on Lucanus.
Stacked. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically on Lucanus.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just shoot into the purple mass and hope for the best.
Okay. Yeah. So you still get the what is it, a -4 to shooting into melee? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's an 8.
The arrow sort of hits the floor prematurely and like skips off the stones. Yeah. Fletcher, you are stable and unconscious, laying there gloriously on the floor. Lucanus, you have bugs in places where bugs do not belong.
Depends on the bug.
I feel like...
Do spiders ever belong in your underwear?
No,
this is... I guess you could call this a serious situation.
Oh boy. You have a healing potion in one hand. You have spiders in all of your clothes. You are raging.
I'm gonna give the healing potion to Fletcher.
Okay. That is your action for the round. You give the healing potion to Fletcher. Fletcher, mark off one of those healing potions. And then you get to roll.
And I'm gonna call out to Cedric. We got a man down!
Oh dear.
Cedric, man down.
7
I
hit
think he's
points
talking to
back.
his cat. 7. All right. Sounds like you're conscious again.
7! Oh, fantastic. You now have 3.
Good math.
I think.
Good math. Yes. What's wrong, Cedric?
Nothing.
Okay.
Just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do.
Cool. All right. That's Lucanus' turn. The spiders in your underwear are going to attack you.
Great. Just stay away from the junk.
That's 4 more points of damage, and I need you to do 2 more fortitude saves.
Motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So...
What happens if we die from spiders?
What was that?
What happens if we die from spiders?
Then we start a new campaign?
Yeah, it would be really embarrassing if a group that is majority entomologists die from under the spiders.
I got a 20 on that fortitude save.
Okay, that was one of them. Not poisoned.
All right.
Give me a second one. I mean, I did throw entomologist in a pitfall trap, so it stands to reason that you should die from bugs, too.
Okay, so I got a 14. I need to see what my... 14 plus 2.
You're good. Yep, so you did not get poisoned this time. Cedric, you also
Why can't I ever roll this good on an attack against these fuckers?
Hey, saving is good too. Cedric, you now also have spiders in inappropriate places. You take 4 points of damage. And
Okay.
you need to do a fortitude save.
And this is a poison?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
right! Dwarf.
Yeah.
He's a
let's see.
sturdy
if
guy.
it makes any difference, we'll see. That's
We'll see.
16.
A what?
16.
You pass. No poison. So it doesn't even
Yeah.
matter. All right.
Thank you being a dwarf. That's why dwarves are the best.
So that was the spiders. Now it's your turn, Mr. The Best.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna make another attack against the ones underneath. Well, I guess I'm gonna swat at myself.
Yeah.
Drop my warhammer and just start.
Okay, so if you're not using your weapon, then you don't get your... Or what is it? It's like, now it's an unarmed strike, but since you're not trained in that, it's a -4.
It's a -4.
Yeah.
Now I'm just having this image of like, you know, a really short but like super muscular stocky guy just like trying to hammer himself.
Okay, I want to point out, I don't understand why swarm, like a spider swarm is only a CR1, because, like, I've never seen a group not have a hard time with swarms.
So do I add my base attack bonus?
Yeah, so you would still add
Okay,
your
so
base
I would
attack
still-
bonus in your strength if you're using a melee attack with your hands, but you would get a -4 because you're not you're not trained in unarmed strike. You're not a monk, right?
Okay.
Why do
It's just-
monks get the hand-to-hand combat skills, but clerics don't? That's weird.
Because it's a monk. It's like the definition of their class is that they hit things with their hands and their feet.
I just always
There's a lot
assumed
of
that
stuff
monks
they
were
don't do.
pacifists.
There are many things that monks don't do. What's up, Cedric? No?
Yeah, I'm just like smacking my armor a lot, so it's like I can't.
It's very
like
loud.
I can't. Yeah, like I can't really crush them because there's so much metal in the way, and it's so rigid that I
and
can't
there are
like.
holes, right? Because you've got chainmail.
Yeah.
So there's like
Yeah.
the spiders are like in the holes of the chainmail and like
Yeah.
By the
it's
way,
just-
Cheryl,
Yes.
when you dub this over for the podcast, can you just like insert the first few notes of Down Under by Men at Work?
No, because copyright.
Oh, damn it. That would be fucking awesome.
Also because I try not to audio engineer this to death. Anyway, Cedric is slapping himself. There's lots of jingling happening. No spiders are dying. Nautia.
Okay, I still don't have the other thing back yet.
Punch me!
sorry, I'm desperately trying to find this thing. Ah.
Which, by the way, I
Punch
just want to
me,
point
punch
out
me.
that all of us have been looking forward to the day where punching Cedric would save his life.
Everybody except Nautia, who doesn't know me that well. she's getting the least amount of enjoyment out of this.
I mean,
got
if
the
he
impression
did
she
just
liked
yell
you.
punch me,
Yes, Daddy.
did you just yell punch me?
Yes, there's spiders under my armor. Get them.
Okay. Let me see.
There's spiders in my everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what does it do? What does it do?
Looking up fun things. Looking up special moves.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think either of these is something that I can do without hitting the person who swarmed. So, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of swat at Cedric and try to get the spiders off of him / out of his armor.
Okay, give me your claw attacks.
Because there's just not else I can do. Alright, let's try those claw attacks.
I believe in you.
One is 15.
They move really fast.
One is 22.
That one hits. Roll me some damage on those spiders.
Alright, what's that claw damage? 1d3. So that's roll a d6 and divide, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 4.
Okay. Yeah, Cedric, you sort of like squeeze your eyes shut as you see the claws coming at you, and after a moment, you open your eyes again, and you don't feel the little like anymore, and there's just like a small pile of dead spiders at your feet. Nautia managed to claw them all off.
A vague sense of your bell having been rung, but you aren't harmed.
Yeah. Just like spend the next 5
Like,
seconds
that,
brushing
sound
them out
on
of
the
my
armor.
like bits out of my beard and like.
Ew. Okay, top of the round again. Kay, it's your turn.
I turn around and look at that. Can I like try and open this door?
Okay, you're just gonna open it? Like you're just pulling on it?
Can I like see if it's trapped or anything, or does that take too much time?
You can spend your turn searching it.
I'm just gonna go through it.
What did you say?
Can't be worse than spiders.
Okay, wait, so what... Sorry, are you searching the door?
I think I'm just gonna hope for the best.
Okay, so you pull on the... Gosh, sorry, hold on. I'm so many notes. Okay, so you pull on the door, and I need you to make a reflex save.
Awesome. I love it when that happens. Come on. Well, I got a 9.
Okay. Oh dear. An explosion rocks out from the door, some sort of chemical, and you take 7 points of fire damage.
Sweet.
Also, it was locked.
That's awesome.
I'm so mean.
Sheryl, did you just do a TPK?
I sure hope not.
A couple people are still standing.
Also, I didn't tell her to go grab a door.
Me and Nautia are fine.
I didn't tell her to go grab a door without checking it for traps first in the middle of combat. That was not my fault.
Yeah, what was the game plan there, Lucanus? Running away?
Yes, that was
I
the game
didn't
plan.
check a
And then
booby
if
trap
the door
door.
was open,
I
it
know.
told all of you to run away and then slam the door in the spider's face. Brilliant idea. Now we're all just gonna have to run for the other fucking door.
Okay, that was your turn. Fletcher, you're
How many points of damage did I take?
What was that?
How many points of damage did I take? 6?
7.
7?
No.
7.
What's your HP? Okay.
Well, I'm not doing that great. I'm doing better than Fletcher is, but so is everybody.
Alright, yeah, Fletcher, you're prone but awake now. You see Lucanus leaning over you. He just administered a healing potion. You can still taste it. The spiders are not on you anymore, so that's good news.
So standing up from prone is your whole movement, correct?
It's a move action, correct.
Yeah, so that'll be my move action for the round. Will be getting up. And then I guess this will be up. I mean, this is a DM question. If I were to cast Grease and I made the area myself so that I am difficult terrain, so they have to make balance checks to try to get on me, so that they cannot climb on me, can I make myself the greased terrain as the object? 'Cause I'm not going to resist it, and I'm not an opponent, so it's not like I'm casting it at a creature.
Yes, you may. You are now glorious and greased.
I grease myself.
Which, by the way, can we just get?
People grease themselves. It's fine.
Can we just get a description of like Fletcher in all of his majesty, just shiny and greasy and like ripped abs, but still a slim frame?
I need.
I'm just
fan art
very
of this.
shiny, like somebody at the Jersey Shore.
Oh, this is gonna breed some excellent fanfic.
I feel like he just looks like so many people in quarantine who haven't taken a shower in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Veronica
you know what?
fully
You know what,
endorses
Peter? You know what, Cedric? I am very angry at that because I resemble that remark.
Oh, you're being attacked.
I'm angry at this post because I'm in it.
You could have just tagged me, bro.
Veronica and Sarah both like the grease plan, so that was popular.
That's so good.
Well done, Fletcher. Lucanus, you still are angry. Your friend is now awake, and there are still spiders everywhere in your clothes.
I have no idea what to do. I've never been
Stop,
in a
drop, and roll.
I have never been in a
Take your pants
situation
off.
where I am angry, my friend is greased up, and I am covered in spiders.
New experiences. That's what
That's why it's called
Yeah.
roleplay.
Okay, so I am raging.
Yep. How many more rounds do you have on that? I hope you're keeping track.
I have 2 rounds down, and I want to say that I have like 7 rounds total.
It's based on your Constitution modifier. So what's your Constitution?
I mean, I know I'm not anywhere close to done yet.
Okay, what's your Constitution when you're raging?
+4.
Okay, so you have 2 rounds left. This round and 1 more. Because you can rage for the number of rounds... Wait, sorry, I might have said that wrong. It's something about rounds of concentration or constitution, whatever words.
So if I took Cedric's stop, drop, and roll advice, would that count as an unarmed strike?
Wait, what?
I mean, I can't use the greatsword.
That was my thinking. It's like, there's no way I can hit I don't want to hit myself with a warhammer.
Oh, you're correct. It is 3 plus your constitution. So you have 7 total, so that means you have 5 left. You are correct. Okay,
Yeah.
So you want to what now?
Wants to attack himself with the floor.
So if I were to stop, drop, and roll,
Yeah.
would that count as an unarmed strike?
Yes.
Okay. So I am going to stop, drop, and roll.
Okay.
Shout out to all the fire prevention stuff that I heard when I was like 5 or whatever.
All right.
That's ever come in handy.
So I am going to stop, drop, and roll.
Okay, so that is 20 plus your base attack bonus plus your strength modifier.
Okay. So I got a 16.
Okay.
Dirty 16. My strength modifier is 4. And
Dirty 16? But
Yeah.
now you're adding things to it. I'm confused.
No, I rolled a 16,
Okay.
and I'm trying to figure out, I'm talking while I'm trying to figure out what all my modifiers are.
Okay.
Because I have a 4 for the strength modifier.
Correct.
And
your base attack bonus is 2.
Yeah. So that is a 22.
Yep. Okay, so you hit. Roll 2d4.
2d4?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think I actually have a d4. So actually, no, I do. It's one of my presets. Okay, so I'm just going to roll a d4 twice because I don't want to set it up on my app.
No, that's fine.
One was 4, one was 3.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, you can feel tiny spider bodies crunching as you roll.
Spider bodies.
Spider bodies. Yep. You can feel them crunching.
Are they all...
As you roll. They're not all dead, though. You can still feel lots more spider bodies moving around in your face.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Alright, well...
Speaking of which, it's their turn.
Surely they have to be weakened by
Don't
now.
call me Shirley. That's 7 points of damage. You're welcome.
Cheryl, certainly... 7?
That's 7 more points of damage.
Fuck.
And make 2 more fortitude saves.
God.
God. Alright. God, I have 3 HP left. Okay, so...
Wait, that means when you
Intentional
stop
brush?
raging, are you gonna drop below?
No. So what I do... Alright, so... No. That's actually a really good point. So I am calculating this without my rage bonus. I figure... So I've never actually gotten close to...
to using the... I see. Okay.
So I have 7 HP left.
Cool.
Yeah. So...
Neat.
First one is 12 plus 4, 16.
Okay. No poison.
The second one is 14.
No poison.
Cool.
Yep. Cedric.
Okay, so I am going to run past Nautia as I'm
You're
I'm
sure
clear.
You're still
she's
running
flying,
under me. I'm
it's
still
fine.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please, somebody
Perfect.
grease me up.
So I I feel all right. I'm not covered in spiders anymore, but I can hear this kind of commotion coming from the room.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I brush past her as I
You
run
still haven't
into.
been in the room yet, have you?
Nope.
No,
Can I yell something? Can I yell something at Cedric?
I mean, sure.
No.
Yeah. As a free action on your turn,
Aw.
you could have, but
Yeah.
What?
Save K is my free action.
Oh.
You yell that?
That's my free action.
Okay, all right. As I dash into the room, I glance to my left. I see a greasy Fletcher,
Standing. And
A-
Lucanus is
a-
on the floor.
Lucanus lying on the floor, covered in like welts.
Yep.
and then a K across the room, standing next to the door.
Well, and she's got singes in her hair and some soot on her face.
There's like a Wile E. Coyote that's like just blown up, where it's like hair straight back, like
exactly
okay.
like that.
Interesting. So here's the thing. I can move 1, 2, 3. Where is K?
All the
way down there.
The
yeah. There. So I guess what I do is as like I run into the room and
everything's on fire.
Yeah, everything's on fire.
No, there's no
or
fire
covered
yet.
in spider. No, everything's covered in spider.
Everything's covered in spiders. I'm gonna like take a step towards Lucanus. Like I take a half a second to kind of assess the situation. I grab Lucanus. I'm gonna cast Cure Light Wounds on him.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take another step towards K because I know that I can't get to K in time.
Alright.
So how much does Cure Light Wounds do?
He's gonna tell you.
I'm gonna tell you. That is 9 points of damage. 9. You are welcome.
9.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah. And then
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
complaining, but internally, I wish that K would have gotten that.
Oh.
Well, if K was closer to me,
he's got little legs.
Yeah,
I know he has little legs, but Lucanus, like Kay is his like little sister that he never had.
This is so sweet.
Straight up can't get that far in one round.
Nope.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have if all he did was run. If he ran up to her and then waited until the next turn to heal her.
I know, but
this is like the third or fourth round that I've done nothing. So
this is not like a rational thing.
Oh
like,
yeah, totally. That's fine.
Like it's one of those things where I know that I'm injecting inner monologue into like the middle of a battle, but this is like a split second thing. Lucanus is kind of pissed at Cedric for saving him, but he also like realizes the strategic importance, and he is gonna be like fucked up about this for a while.
Oh, I love it! So much character development. That's y'all's best thing.
Within half a second.
Totally. All right, so Cedric, you tapped Lucanus for some healing. You're moving toward K. Nautia, you are hanging out in the hallway.
The swarm is still all over Lucanus, right?
2 swarms are all over Lucanus. Or the remainder
2 swarms.
Of 2 swarms.
Well, I'm not gonna acid attack Lucanus while he's covered in spiders. So instead, hilarious. I will claw attack. I'm gonna do the same thing that I did for Cedric. Just try to swat as many of those spiders off as I can.
Cool.
So 2 claw attacks.
Okay.
Nice. That's a 25 for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And what was that damage? And the second one was 15, which was a no, right? All right. So that claw attack. So 5 halved would be
3.
That would still just be 2, right? Or is it 3?
No, because it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 5 and the 6 are the 3 points. Yeah.
So 3, so plus 2, so 5.
Wow, okay, yeah. So there are dramatically fewer spiders on him now. Dramatically fewer. Very nice.
I am always a fan of dramatically fewer spiders.
Is that true?
Yeah, I mean,
good biocontrol we're talking about in agricultural settings.
If they're on me and they're attacking me, because remember, this is a Therius situation, I am always a fan of fewer bugs on me that are attacking me and draining.
Okay, that's a very different statement, kind of, with a lot of qualifiers in there.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. But we were back to the top of the round. K. Yeah. Wow. That felt like a poor decision.
Thought it couldn't be wearing the spiders.
I'm sorry. Just the silence was hilarious.
Yeah, but we can't hear her if we talk while she's trying to talk because patch. So
sorry.
It's okay. What was that?
Yeah. Yeah. So I realized that was. I thought that it couldn't be worse than the spiders, and I think I was wrong.
Well, what would you like to do now?
It's locked, right? I mean, I can't really help with the spiders because I have no strength and they're in melee range. So I think I'm just gonna try and open this door. I know it's locked, but I can try and do an open lock.
Okay, give me an open lock check.
Indeed I will. That's in a...
Here, room.
Well, like, because I just screenshotted my phone screen and it's on my computer, so that every time I open that image, then it, like, resets to being small again, and it's annoying. Anyway, sorry. Oh, well, I got a 23.
Yeah, you unlock that door. All right, so that was your turn. I'll let you know what's beyond the door in a moment. Fletcher, standing there greased. Lucanus is on the floor.
Grease me up, bro.
I used the spell. I don't have any more.
Oh, no. Oh, you only prepared one of those today.
The fact that he prepared one grease spell is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna cast a damaging spell at you.
He's the barbarian. He can take it.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, he just got 9 hit points. He's like... You can still
like
smell the, like,
invincible
burnt hair smell coming off of him for my healing.
Great.
Does healing make a burnt hair smell?
His does.
It does when Cedric does it. It's like hot iron and burnt hair.
Surprised.
You're such an aesthetic group.
I guess that makes sense for a dwarf.
Yeah, it's. He said it was like healing from the forge. What's up, Fletcher?
Yeah.
You've got a concerned face.
Oh god. I guess I guess all I can try to do is turn towards Lucanus and try to like crush and like take off, like wipe off spiders from him with my quarterstaff. Like trying to
Amazing.
So now you're just beating me with
like
sticks.
if it's like no, it's like when you're doing a like physical control of aphids on a plant or something, and you're ripping them off with your finger, like you're grabbing and crushing and pulling them off as you're working on the plant.
Ryan, have you ever done like aphid control with a quarterstaff?
We're gonna do it now.
I've done aphid control with a lot of things because it's my job.
Okay, all right. Actually, no, guys. Actually, this instills me with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, roll a quarterstaff attack.
Because it's Ryan controlling aphids on me with the quarterstaff.
Well, they're not aphids, but yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean.
So the quarterstaff should and
it's your base attack bonus plus your strength modifier. Oh, and you're using it two-handed, so it would be 1.5 times your strength modifier.
1.5. Well, my strength modifier is currently negative because of the poison.
Oh, right.
So is it 1.5 to make it worse?
No, then it's just, yeah. It's just your...
So what would we do with it then?
Just your base attack bonus and your strength modifier regular to the 20. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then it negates the base attack bonus that I got by turning level 2, which I got a +1.
Yep.
So that's so I got a 16. Just that's the roll.
Okay. Roll me your quarterstaff damage.
2.
And you expertly sort of whack away at the spiders and crush the few remaining ones. And Lucanus, you don't feel that feeling anymore.
Okay, so no more spiders?
No more spiders.
Oh, God,
You are out of combat! Yay!
Yeah!
At least spiders. The door, on the other hand.
Speaking of which, Kay, I will now reveal the room. Oh god. I will reveal the room to you because you opened and unlocked that door. Bloop. This large room is bare, save for 4 short circular stone platforms and several channels carved into the floor. Kay, you feel that tugging again in your chest as you open the door and look into this room. As you look up, you see that the walls are decorated with bas-reliefs of flowers, waves of what could be mud or water, and other aspects of the jungle. Interspersed among these carvings, you spy several more bas-reliefs of those green men Obed-High figures. And if you sort of look carefully at the channels in the floor, you realize it's a very large version of that symbol carved into the floor. So there's can you see it on the screen? On Roll20. Yeah, so you can see the looping design and how it loops to sort of connect those 4 platforms, and then the 3 short bits are just 3 little, like, basically channels in the floor. They're like little troughs, almost. So that is what you see.
Fletcher, I know you're kind of dead, but if you're slightly less dead, you might want to look at this.
I'm on my feet
he
again.
Ain't that dead at the moment.
Yeah, I'm on my feet again.
So Cedric is just kind of like frozen in the middle of the room, like in the midst of like dashing towards Kay, but then like hearing like Fletcher's like casual tone, just kind of like glancing back and forth.
Lucanus is just kind of stunned. Lucanus is kind of stunned. He just doesn't really have the wherewithal to process anything. He's just sitting there.
Are you're letting your rage fall?
I feel this.
I'm letting my rage fall, and then in addition to letting my rage fall, there's like the -1 in strength, and he's just sort of feeling like we all are constantly feeling in quarantine right now.
Just a little bad. What was that, Kay?
I feel, hey Fletcher, I feel the weird string feeling again, and I don't think it's because I was just blown up by this door. By the way, this door exploded, but like, you want to look at that?
Lucanus.
Yeah, I come over behind Kay, and I'm like, so does it? I mean, this room certainly looks like it's maybe special in some way. Does it feel like this is where the pull is coming from? Do you feel like this is where you were meant to end up?
Lucanus walks over to Cedric and he's like,
so.
"Hey, is there anything you can do for lack of strength?"
Hold on a sec. I think Kay was saying something. What was that, Kay?
I think so. Like when we came into the dungeon or this whatever this is, I didn't feel anything again, and then as soon as I opened this door, I felt it again. I'd probably walk in there if I didn't think something was going to blow up in my face again.
Can I kind of hover over Keisha and just look around the room?
Mm-hmm. Cedric, did you want to respond to Lucanus?
Yeah, sure. Like so from Cedric's perspective, Lucanus yelled at him to take care of Kay, and then he healed him, and then everybody started just kind of chilling out. And then Lucanus just got up, walked over to him, and so Cedric is just kind of not quite sure what happened in here, but it's gonna give Lucanus kind of a pat on the shoulder and be like, "I'm sure you're plenty strong, buddy."
Well, Lucanus also just he's definitely out of it. This battle just took a lot out of him, and he is not looking well. There's something obviously wrong.
Yeah, Cedric, you see, in addition to all of the, spider bites, his shoulders are sagging. He doesn't seem like he's got the same sort of, posture. And in fact, Fletcher and Kay also kind of look like that. Everybody's a little saggy now. Little hangdoggy.
All right, well, in that case, I'm gonna, set Lucanus down and do a whole kind of thorough medicine check on him while Fletcher and Kay do their thing.
Okay. Give me a heal
Sit
check.
down over here, buddy. Okay. Oops. Wait. Yeah. Oh no, that's correct. That's 14.
You always want to hear your healer say "oops."
So yeah, you definitely can tell that like he has some more wounds. But you feel like this sort of like hangdogginess that they've all got is like you can tell that like the spiders were probably venomous and that they might be a little ill from it. You don't necessarily have anything in your arsenal personally at this point to fix that though.
Yep. Cool. That's what I'm doing while Fletcher and Kay are exploring the room.
All right, friends, what would you like to do?
Well, based on how the rest of this place has been, Kay, we should probably perhaps sort of clear this room very, very carefully and make sure there's nothing that's gonna go wrong in here before we try to figure out what is going on with your connection to this place. Just to be on the careful side, because I think we're both not feeling too great.
I am not feeling great, and my hair is slightly shorter than it was before I tried to open this door. I guess let's get to work just sort of searching around the room. And I pull out one of the potions of cure or light wounds and toss it to her, and I'm like, this might help you start feeling a little better. I just drink this.
Yep, just drink it. And then outside of the OOC, roll 1d8 plus 1, and that's how much health you get back.
Thank you.
1d8 plus 1. Okay, cool. What does it taste like?
Yeah. Crap.
Does it taste like red?
Open. Hold on.
Flintstones vitamins.
I've got it. Wait.
Yeah, Flintstone vitamins.
Does it taste like Flintstone vitamins?
Hold on.
I feel like there's a consensus here about Flintstone vitamins.
I had
we voted
already. Tastes like apples. All these healing potions taste very fresh and crisp like apples, and they are clear and very bright red in color. I thought it was apples, but I wanted to make sure.
I was kind of expecting that I would like puke this thing up, but I'm like pretty surprised. It like doesn't really taste like medicine.
Apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Apple a day keeps Cedric away.
How about them apples?
All right, yeah. So you get some healing back.
I'm gonna heal Lucanus again while we're doing that. While I'm taking a look at him.
You're keeping track because you used spells on K last session too, right? So,
yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty much out.
Nifty.
For 4, you get 4 more hit points.
You get 4 more hit points. All right, so Lucanus is feeling a bit better, but he's obviously still somewhat weaker.
Do we want to take a break?
Yeah, we could take a break. I know we went a little long because there was combat happening and stuff. Yeah, we can take a real quick break and pop back in a few minutes. So yeah, thanks everybody who's hanging out with us in the chat. Yeah, we're gonna take a real quick break and then we'll be back. Bye.
Yay!
Cool.
Bye.
So here we are back again for the second half. Yeah, I took a look while we were on break. Hello everyone who's watching. I didn't realize there were so many people watching, but I'm very glad that you're here. We're all very glad that you're here. Welcome. This is the Arda Campaign on Nature Check. It's our 18th episode. We're having a great time in the dungeon. Speaking of which, yeah, so Nautia, you are kind of hovering over Kay's shoulder as Kay and Fletcher are standing in this narrow hallway looking into this room with these beautiful bas relief carvings, like basically the whole wall on every side, except where you can see there's the door you're in, and then there's another door on the left-hand wall of this room. Everything else besides those doors, the walls of this room are just beautifully carved with leaves and flowers and green man faces, this iconography of Obed High, waves of what looks like water or mud, just all kinds of jungle scenes on the walls in this room. There are 4 low stone circular pedestals, one sort of in the middle of the room, and then 3, you could sort of draw a triangle between them around it. But instead of a triangle that's connecting them, you see these sort of low troughs in the floor that form the same symbol that Kay showed you is tattooed on her shoulder, and the same symbol that was on the keystone of the archway that you used to enter this space to go underground. And then the 3 little lines that are not part of the big swoopy symbol are sort of deeper troughs in the floor. So that is the room that you're looking at.
Not to ruin the mood, but Sheryl, do you want to do the clappy clap?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot about that. 3, 2, 1.
You're gonna count.
I got it.
I'm on like a 20-second lag. I'm doing my best.
It's fine. We're good. Yeah, so that is what you see. What would you like to do now? Oh, and Cedric and Lucanus, you are still in this sort of storeroom of sorts, I guess.
Yes. I'm still kind of attending to Lucanus. I'm like hoping that maybe my second cure light wounds maybe fixed his strength or his weakness, his seeming weakness. So I'm kind of like checking on him again, doing that kind of like looking in his eyes, making him stick his tongue out, that kind of thing. Awesome. Pinching him to check, capillary refill stuff.
Cedric is getting handsy, Lucanus.
Mm-hmm. Turn your head and cough.
So, Kay and I had already...
Sorry, I had my thing on mute.
Oh, whoops, what?
Oh, no. I just, when Peter was like, I'm getting handsy, I was like, I'm okay with that. And then I kind of coughed. Like, when he was like, turn your head and cough, I was like, sorry, I didn't realize that I was on mute.
That's okay.
Humor.
Fletcher, what were you going to say?
Kay and I, she called me over and we'd already said, like, kind of discussed, like, we should really look around this room really carefully because of how Kay is feeling. But we want to look and make sure we want to look carefully to make sure we're going to be safe while doing it, and then look carefully to see like the details of the room. We might want to figure stuff out.
Sure.
So I guess Fletcher would. And Nautia flew up too. So I'm like, Nautia, do you help, or do you mind helping us see, like, sort of securing this room to make sure we can kind of look at what's in here safely?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. I think Fletcher would walk in and go to the right and just start, just searching, like, and making sure there's not, trip wires or like signs of any kinds of traps, or like, is there like a hole in the wall where more spiders can come from, like all of that kind of thing.
Totally. So you're just sort of searching generally. You're not searching specifically.
Yeah, trying to like clear the room, like sort of like SWAT team style, like go in, move around, like make sure everything.
Sure.
Because we can't fight another form of spider.
and Lucanus is following them and essentially doing the same thing.
No, stay where you are, young man. We are still investigating your health.
Okay,
Lucanus
all right. So Lucanus starts to move away, and Cedric is like, "No, I will make sure you are healthy."
It's very easy. I like grab his shoulder and just like shove him back down to the ground. He's so weak he can't resist.
Okay,
Who could resist Cedric?
Oh, Lucanus, you're not going anywhere apparently. But Nautia and Kay, you're also moving into the room and searching as well?
Yes, please.
Okay.
It's all those Cedric dreamy eyes.
Then can I get search checks from the 3 people searching this room with the pedestals and whatnot?
That's different than a perception check?
Yes, search is different than perception.
Yeah, because search search is intelligence.
So I guess I can give you a choice. If you're just gonna like stand there and kind of like look around, that's perception. If you're like searching, like Fletcher said, he was very specifically looking, for things. That's a search.
I'm doing what Fletcher's doing.
Okay, so yeah, if you're doing what Fletcher's doing, you do a search. If Nautia, if you just want to kind of scan the room, you can do a perception.
I got a 17.
17?
Same.
17.
I'm gonna make it a perception check.
Perception check.
9.
9.
Got a big old bonus on perception and rolled a 3.
9. Okay, yeah, so Nautia, this space is very still and quiet. This whole complex is pretty far underground, but this room, like, it feels like the walls are very thick and it's a very solid space. So it just seems very, very quiet, very still. You don't see or hear anything, except your friends moving around. Kay and Fletcher, you sort of fan out, one to the right, one to the left, and move your way around the room. Again, yeah, these short stone pedestals, they're not very tall, like you could step up on it without any issue, and it does look about wide enough for like a single person to stand on it, and there's 4 of them, and again, these troughs carved in the floor, and the carvings on the walls are just incredibly intricate. They're really beautiful. Like, the stone box that you found earlier was pretty cool looking. It was very expertly done, but this carving took a really long time. Somebody or several somebodies took a really long time making this very special looking.
I feel like I can't appreciate this as much as Cedric would. Cedric!
Yeah?
Get over here! There's, like, cool carvings and rocks and stuff on the walls, and you seem to like carvings and rocks.
Ooh, okay. Hey, Lucanus, buddy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're poisoned, but I'm sure you'll be fine. And he, like, gives him a little, like, cheek pat, and then heads into the room.
Yeah.
All right.
Lucanus just sort of toddles after him.
Toddles. Amazing.
So I'm gonna, like, I walk into the room and I see all these carvings and everything like that, and I'm gonna head straight for the pillar because I want to, like, look at the carvings of the pillar.
No
pillar. Can I do a search?
Wait.
Can I do a search check?
Wait, Lucanus.
Sorry.
So Cedric, there's no pillar. There are 4 short stone pedestals. Like I said, it's like a single step up to stand on it, but there's no pillar. No.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a pillar to Cedric.
What?
Yeah. I just want to look at that's the first thing I see when I walk into the room.
Is the pedestals?
This kind of pedestal sticking up out of the ground, so I'm going to walk towards that, and I would just want to, like, look at the craftsmanship, really.
Which one? The center one or one of the outside
The
ones?
one closest to the door.
Okay. Yeah, so you look at it, the pedestals themselves are completely smooth. They seem like they're carved, like, this floor is different. It's not laid stone like the others were. This one is just the natural stone, although it's been carved very smooth. And these pedestals seem to just be out of the native stone, so they're completely connected to the natural floor.
Okay. Yeah. Can I tell whether they were like, so if they're part of the native floor, like, was this whole room solid and then everything was removed except for the pedestal, or is this like a stalagmite that was, like, leveled off? Like, can I
give me gosh, what do I just, like, dwarf knowledge? I don't know.
I mean,
dwarf knowledge.
Explain to me what skill you would like to use to learn more about this space and why.
Well, so I would like to use, so my third cousin Daramir was he was a stone cutter, and I wanted, like, I spent a couple of months with him when I was, like, 12. When I was recovering from gray pox. Yep. I had to be away from all the younger kids, and so, like, I would, I'd kind of, like, hang out in his workshop, and so I want to kind of like think back on the knowledge that I gained from when I was working with him, and see if I can tell anything really about, like, how the room was constructed and how it was carved. Like, really, I want to know, was this carved by tools? Right. Or was this room grown by, like, some kind of like arcane, like, stone shape magic?
Right. Yeah, so what skill off of your character sheet would you like to use?
Craft, stone, and metal.
Craft, stone, and metal. Okay. That works.
That's a natural 20 plus 2.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah, so it looks like this, like, you see tool marks. It's not perfectly smooth, right? It's not magically shaped. You see tool marks. But again, yeah, you're getting the feeling that, like, this is... sorry, I'm reading the chat. They're all very impressed with your detailed visuals and your detailed story. And Sarah says that she'd like to see your family tree with their occupations all listed, because you have rat farmers and you have
I want
stonemason.
that.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of tempted to go back and map out what's been actually established.
If I were to do that, then I would not be able to continue to invent third cousins,
right.
y'all.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, you see tool marks, so this is definitely it was crafted by someone or someones with their hands and tools. But yeah, it's expertly done. They took a very long time with this. Yeah, it's not...
So, like, better or worse than Daramir's carvings?
Oh, wow. These are, like, really exceptional. Also, the planning that went into sort of, you know, smoothing out this space the way they did and carving these pedestals out of the native stone. Like, it's just, like, it was very well planned. All of the bas reliefs are, like you get up close on the wall, or, like, Fletcher and Kay are getting up close on the wall, and, like, there's veins in every leaf, and, like, all of the insects have the right number of legs and antennae. Like, it's amazing. Like, incredibly... Do
I know what kind of stone this is? Like, is this, like, a limestone, a marble, is this an igneous rock?
Now I'm
like
mad.
what?
It's rock. Haven't you ever played Minecraft? It's just rock in the ground.
Okay, sure.
It's not anything special. It's not
like a rock-colored rock.
Yes, like a gray rock. It's not. No other DM would get asked this, but here I am on Nature Check.
I just want to know if it's volcanic.
What is the exact geological formation?
We were all wondering the same thing.
Really?
I know. I didn't plan the rocks. I'm so sorry. I had a massive list of things living in the jungle.
Worst DM
but
ever.
I did not plan out the rocks.
Yeah, it's all good.
What is the exact geological function that made these rocks? When did the volcano erupt? Where was it from?
Yeah. These do not appear to be volcanic rock.
Okay.
Yeah. Not these ones, at least.
Well, color me impressed. Hey guys, like I don't know who built this room, but they were top-notch craftsmen. I mean, like not master dwarf level, but like journeyman dwarf level. I mean, like really, really good. I wonder if there's like a lost race of dwarves. Or were a lost race of dwarves, maybe, that made this room. I mean, really, look at this detail over here. Hey, everybody, come over here and look at this detail here. I mean, like, can you appreciate how hard it is to do stuff like that? I mean, it's really just, I don't know. I get the shivers just thinking about it.
Wow, you were almost as passionate about this as you are your god.
I mean, they kind of come hand in hand.
Yeah. Unless it was made by other people who weren't dwarves.
So Lucanus is the
We
last...
don't know they weren't dwarves.
Oh my goodness.
They could have been dwarves. Just saying.
Lucanus is the last what?
Lucanus is the last one to sort of enter the room, and by now he knows that, like, there's no danger because everybody's out walking around, and if there was any danger, people would have sprung the traps by now. But the thing that catches his eye is that there is, you know, a lot of art in the room, and it is very, very precise, and he remembers from his childhood that a lot of people who made these sorts of drawings about nature that were this precise in his village always wore capes that had emerald green leaves embroidered upon them.
Okay.
So he immediately recognizes, you know, the sort of style of artwork and the precision, and he associates it with a specific guild of people from his childhood, and he does not say anything about that to anyone.
Secrets.
Yeah, with that low perception check, Nautia basically like sort of started looking at like the carvings along like the ceiling and around the room and just got totally sidetracked, just sort of following something.
I mean, this is the sort of room that if anybody were to walk in on, they would immediately be nerd sniped.
Well, it's like it feels almost as if you're back where you were in the jungle earlier, right? Like everything, all of the organisms of the jungle and just the feel of the organic movement of the jungle has been rendered so faithfully in these carvings. It's really, really surprising.
Having sort of searched and you know, searched and people are looking at things and Cedric having sort of assessed, you know, the stone of the room and everything. I think when Fletcher sort of turns around from the corner having investigated, and he stands up, he steps onto one of those the raised stones that are like the pads in the room, and kind of looks at the center, kind of like cocks his head looking at the channels, and he's like, okay, that, you know, when you showed us that the tattoo you have on your shoulder in the jungle, these markings in the ground, they look like they're the same symbol.
Yeah, they do.
This is definitely the place you were being called to.
So
this is awkward. I don't know why I'm being called here.
Well, let's find out. Okay, hop up on the center, and then Lucanus just sort of walks to the closest one that Fletcher's not on, hops up on that, and then points to the one across the room, and it's like, Cedric, hop up there.
I am not going to stand in the middle of this thing. Thank you for sacrificing my life. I appreciate it. I would like to know more about it. I don't know, Fletcher, can you do a scanny scan magic thing of some sort? I just almost got blown up by a door. I'm not about to go stand on some magical pedestal.
Well, I already used detect magic getting here. But if your feeling is that this is where you're being drawn to, I don't know if I would detect any more than what I did in the jungle. If you feel like this is where you should be and there's no more pull, I don't know if I would even detect anything like the sort of that, you know, that string of magic energy that I saw back in the jungle. I think you are where you were being called, and there's something we need to find or do in this room.
I don't know what that is.
Do you feel anything just instinctively about what to do or where to go in this room? There's a door in this room too. So do you feel like you're still being pulled onward?
Close your eyes and open your soul to Obed High and feel his divine presence reaching into you.
I think it's a big leap to assume that Obenhai made this.
Cedric's gonna lean towards the divine angle.
Can I like I can still feel that like tug, right?
It's not necessarily a tug so much. It's just like now you sort of.
It's like
there's something inside of you. It's not a tug. It's not like uncomfortable pressure. There's just like you know, like when you take a really good deep breath in yoga. It's like that kind of feeling.
Okay. Can I like walk around the room and see if it like gets more or less strong? Like if I walk over to any of the pedestals?
You can.
I guess I'll walk to this one first.
Okay.
Do I feel anything different?
Nope.
Nope. Is this actually a door?
It is actually a door.
Oh, damn. I have not had good experience with doors.
You have great experience when you're careful around doors. the one time you just opened a door.
You discovered a trap before.
And otherwise, you're really good with doors.
I don't know, Fletcher. I mean, I feel like good, I guess. Relaxed, maybe. I don't really know what the right word is, but I don't really like if I walk around, I don't feel like any one of these things is telling me specifically this is the one. So I don't know. There's a door. Should I stand on a pedestal? I don't know what to do.
What do you feel is right in your heart, Kay?
I don't know.
Cedric steps up onto the third pedestal.
Okay. All right. Well, y'all are standing on pedestals. I guess. Or did Lucanus step on the last one? Okay.
Oh yeah, no, he's on the pedestal. I just didn't put my character there.
Oh, so Fletcher, okay. Are you also on one?
Yeah, remember that's when I looked down and looked at the trough,
right? Okay.
And sort of described the symbol.
Yeah, so all three of them are standing on pedestals.
Fletcher, do you think I should stand on that pedestal in the middle?
I mean, there's a prophecy.
I didn't ask you.
But I gave my answer anyways.
I based on your feeling in this room and the clear connection of this place, at least at one time, to the benevolent gods of this land, I don't think that this would be anything malevolent or evil that would happen in this place. It feels like it's this is some kind of important good important place within this sanctuary. So we can't be sure, but
all right. Also, well, I mean, the worst that happens, I guess, is that nothing happens. I will stand on the fourth pedestal.
No, the worst that happens is that we all die.
Yeah.
Cedric says as you step onto the fourth pedestal.
Lightning out of the ceiling, and I was just going to say, or we could look for clues about what's going on in the next room to look at the door, but they moved onto the pedestal.
You step up onto the pedestal, and you stand, all four of you, on the platforms for 1 breath, 2 breaths.
It could just be rocks.
And we look stupid. Awesome.
There's also these empty troughs on the ground that perhaps need to be filled with something.
We could pee into them.
Guys, I'm not going to lie, I feel really silly. Cedric hops down off of the pedestal.
There may be clues about what this room is for in the next room.
Can I see if the door is trapped and or locked?
You may. Give me a search check. I like that smile.
I'm not just going to blindly run through it this time. Ooh, I got a 15.
A 15. It does not appear to be trapped. It does appear to be locked.
Can I try and open it?
You want to unlock it?
I would like to try.
Okay.
Open, lock. Hold on. It's under the O's, which is dumb.
You've already complained about that once this game. You only get one.
and you can tell how much it annoys me because I have repeated it.
Lucanus moves over to Kay's side, ready to do a SWAT team open if he needs to.
I got a 22.
You got a 22. You unlock the door.
I open it very slowly, and it's like...
You open it very slowly, and both you and Lucanus need to make reflex saves.
Oh, yep.
Damn it! I hate doors. I'm going home.
What?
You could check for traps.
Oh, she did. She just didn't roll high enough to see it.
Oh, she didn't roll high.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got dirty 19. Let's see. Do I have any?
I got a 22.
So, Joe,
can I apply
Joe,
my
to be-
dexterity bonus?
To be clear, when you say dirty, that means you've applied your bonuses.
Yeah.
So like
That means that I have not applied my bonuses.
No.
When everyone else says dirty, that means that it's not the natural roll, it's the roll plus all the things. So like a dirty 20 is different than a natural 20.
Gotcha. Okay, so I got a natural 19.
Okay.
There you go.
What bonuses
Your
do I need to add here?
bonus.
Reflex bonus. Okay, that's a 0.
I got a
do have 2 dexterity.
No, your reflex bonus is not a 0. Look at the reflex total on your character sheet.
I am
It's
looking
under
at the
saving
reflex
throws.
total. I have a total of 2, and then that's the temporary modifier. Sorry, so 21 total.
And Kay got
Sorry,
a 22?
I misread that.
It's okay. Kay got a 22?
I got a 22.
Okay, you both take 4 points of fire damage as a similar chemical explosion rocks the door when you open it.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Kay is not doing well again.
At least
Lucanus is not very happy.
And you both have more singeing on your hair and soot on your face. But the door is now open.
Kay just pouts and flops on the floor in front of the door.
Lucanus turns to Kay. This dungeon fucking sucks.
Hey, both of you come over here. I'm gonna.
You're not even gonna go over to them. You're gonna make them come to you.
Yeah. Both of you come here right now. Come here right now.
Lucanus
Yes, Mom.
just sort of walks over to Cedric. What?
I'm gonna heal you both for 2.
Okay.
All the rest of my first level spells.
Okay. You each get 2 hit points back.
Thanks, Cedric.
That's all I got. Now, just nobody else get hurt, because I am out.
We're gonna be camping in here tonight, aren't we?
Well, you say that, if you look down the short hallway from the door that Kay just opened, you see a room with 8 stone sarcophagi in it.
Oh,
Ryan just
well,
shakes
it looks
his head.
like somebody's sleeping in here.
Nope, we're just not going in there, because then we're going to get attacked by wraiths and ghosts and skeletons, and we're all just going to be dead, so...
I'll fuck him up.
You're not going to run away?
I mean, no.
I'm just gonna sort of just glide through the doorway, sort of peek my head in, and then just back out.
Okay, you want to?
In the
You're like
room.
looking. You're doing a quick look of the room.
Yeah, like kind of look around the room, see the sarcophagi, and just.
Yeah.
Oof.
Do you want to actually like see if you see anything beyond the vague?
Yeah,
description?
sure. We'll do a quick.
Perception.
We'll do a quick. Yeah, let's make it perception
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
This open
Searches
high
for
guy
up
was a
close.
real
Perception
dick.
is
Just
fine.
judging
One
by
of
his
those comes
temple.
with a good bonus, and comes
Right.
with a bad one.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a 25.
25. Let's scrolling.
What vibes do I get off this room?
This room contains 8 stone sarcophagi, each identical in construction and design, and each bearing another bas relief carving on the lid of the Green Man, the Obadhai iconography.
Okay.
The room itself, again, still and quiet, like every room in this place except for where the spiders were, of course. It is, again, this is laid stone, like the hallways in the other rooms that you've been in.
All right.
Hey, Fletcher, remember when you were like, oh, it's like, I feel peace from this room. What's the worst that can happen? I don't know. It looks like a cemetery. Maybe the worst that happens, we all die.
I said this room, not that room.
Hey, what do you guys think we just like barricade ourselves in this room and maybe
Right.
like rest a little bit?
That sounds like a good idea.
I mean, you guys all look terrible and I'm exhausted.
I feel
Except
terrible.
you, Nautia, you look fine.
That's true.
I feel like not great having opened 2 explosive doors.
Do these... Is there anything in the previous room, the storeroom that had the spiders in it, that we could use to like barricade ourselves in here?
Yeah, there's a bunch of broken barrels and crates and, wooden shelves and stuff. I suppose you could move some of them down the hallway into this room if you'd like. You also never searched that room. I didn't know if you wanted to look for anything in there beyond the, large wooden containers.
Yeah, if we're planning on if we think we're going to be, we need to rest before we can, do anything more in here, I think Fletcher would probably... Before, while we're sort of setting up camp and stuff, resume what Lucanus and I were starting to do in the storeroom, which is look through stuff in there to see if there's anything important or useful.
Yeah.
So who would like to search that storeroom?
I'll do it.
I can do it.
I'll probably go back to the barrels I was at before.
Sure. Yep. So search for me.
Right. I rolled a 19.
Okay.
21.
Okay.
It's a big 8 for me.
A big 8 for you. Okay, so you guys find a lot of stuff because it's a storeroom. So I'm just going to email you a list. That seems easier than trying to list it all off for you. But you find a bunch of stuff.
Cool.
Is there anything of particular usefulness to us right now, like healing potions or anything?
No.
Or weapons.
There are a bunch of bolts for crossbows and a bunch of arrows. There are 2 hand axes.
Spider swatters?
Spider swatters.
Fly swatters.
Yeah, there's rope, there's a lantern, there's some fish hooks, candles, a healing kit.
Hey, you know what we need? We need some rope.
Oh, I'm just gonna straight up pull out that rope.
There are two 50-foot lengths of hemp rope.
All right, I was just thinking anything
Lucanus
of note that we
grabs
could
one
use
of
right
those.
now. The other stuff we can just do in an email.
Yeah.
Just give us the email.
Yeah. There's not really healing potions or anything. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's a healing kit?
A healer's kit. So it's got bandages and herbs and salves and stuff like that in it.
Oh, it's a first aid kit.
Yeah, basically. I think you found one on the fish people that you murdered in the...
Whoa, they attacked us. It was self-defense.
In the seagrass bed where there were turtles, and you did not shoot the turtles. I remember Artemis very much wanted you to not hurt the turtles. Well, that episode was a long time ago, folks.
It was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Indeed it was.
Hashtag canon.
All right.
So, yeah, once everybody's done searching the room, I want to help construct a barricade with all of the stuff, all the old shelves and stuff like that.
Can we, start a fire?
We're in an enclosed area. We're gonna
I know it's an
asphyxiate
enclosed
ourselves.
area, but I don't know. I feel like light would help. Plus, cooking.
Sheryl looks way too pleased with herself, and Sydney is definitely
I'm humming a song from Les Mis
anti-fire.
right now because you're building
She's
a
humming
barricade.
Les Mis,
Yeah.
and it's killing me a little bit.
So, while this
Theater
mysterious
needs-
humming overtakes the dungeon, Lucanus walks over to Fletcher, hands him the incense, and he's like, I just felt like you should have this. Back in the day when I was growing up, there were a lot of elders who used a lot of this stuff. Some of them wore... some of them wore capes with leaves on them. Some of them wore capes with fire on them. A lot of them did magic, and I just thought this might help you out. And he hands him the incense.
Thank you. Yeah, incense is used in a host of rituals and spells and things. It's an important component. Thank you very much.
Would you like to know any more about it?
We can do that in an email.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep your secrets.
And if I feel if people live down here, there must be good enough ventilation that they were sleeping down here and everything was okay. If we could start with like a small fire and see if that is still functioning and the smoke gets drawn out. Like
Did we see any stoves when we were searching, or
no?
No. Okay.
Also, there are dead people just right there.
I mean, there's always dead people around, whether or not we make them.
Yeah, we should bring in a lot of stuff into this room, or I mean, let's just barricade ourselves. Which room should we barricade ourselves in? Where the storeroom already has all the stuff in it we want to build into a barricade.
That's a good point.
It's
Do
true.
we want to drag all of that into this other room?
Well, this room is I don't know if I mentioned it, but it's very well constructed. And I was just thinking, it would be very, well, easily defensible just because of, the stonework is just like, it's very robust. No cracks in the walls.
Hey, you felt like you wanted to come into this room, right? It felt good?
Yeah, it did.
So I'm just going off of Kay's instincts here, but, Kay feels safe in this room, and there's some sort of supernatural pull to this room from her. We have a room full of coffins, and we don't know what's going to happen once we go into them. And the room that we're currently in has one exit point, and we have cleared everything up until the dead people room. So essentially any room that we choose is going to be as safe as this room, because we have killed everything in this temple except for whatever is in there. And Lucanus gestures towards the room with the sarcophagi. If there is a threat, it is going to come from there and nowhere else.
As our GM is like,
I didn't hear any of that.
our GM is like,
I'm just waiting to see what you guys decide you'd like to do next.
I vote we stay in here.
Here being which here?
The room with all the pillars.
Okay.
Because it's easily defensible, as Cedric said.
Well, then start dragon stuff, barbarian.
So the barbarian starts dragon stuff.
Okay.
the poisoned minus strength barbarian, that one.
I mean, he still has a positive strength.
I mean, my strength modifier is still higher than yours.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's true. I do not have positive strength, so I'm just going to sit on the floor.
I'm also going to help drag stuff.
Okay.
He's working a little bit harder than usual, as everyone notices.
Nautia, can you carry anything? You're like carrying like splinters?
No, like I can go over and like fully pick up like maybe one of the barrels. Mm-hmm. Cheryl?
I mean,
yeah, just did it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you folks can
probably not flying at this point.
No.
Just, So
yeah.
He can lift stuff.
Yeah. So
Do we find anything as we clean out that storeroom?
I mean, you had searched it for stuff already, so I'll email you that. But there are no more spiders and no other interesting trinkets or anything. But yeah, you spend maybe 5-10 minutes dragging a lot of stuff from the storeroom into this room with the pedestals. And I'm assuming you're barricading... Are you just barricading the door toward the crypt room, or are you barricading both doors? Both doors. Okay. Yeah. So you spend some time doing that. Yeah. Now you are barricaded inside the room with the pedestals. Mm-hmm.
I want to make another circuit of the room, and because you said all the imagery is stuff that should look familiar to me, right? Because it looks like the surrounding jungle. Is there anything that like stands out as different on closer inspection?
Different from the rest of the carvings, or different from the jungle?
Like different from the jungle. Anything that I don't immediately recognize.
Apart from the green man faces, which, like, you guys have already discussed what the significance of that iconography is, like, no, everything else seems, there's nothing that's out of place.
Okay.
Is there anything, if I wanted to specifically focus on looking at the relief around the room to see if there's any parts of it that have like weird details or have some kind of clue, or like something looks off, or looking, specifically investigating that.
Mm-hmm.
Could I roll for that?
Yeah, you can search again.
Search, okay. And search intelligence 13.
Again, it's like incredibly detailed, really well done. Everything's like nicely in proportion. There's lots of textural details going on, but nothing screams clue at you.
No parts of it look like it was missing. Would I be able to tell that? Okay.
I don't know, guys. I feel like our answer to this room is probably in the death-filled room past it. Isn't that what happens in all those plays where, like, you like in the theater and stuff, where they're like, oh, this thing, and then, you have to, like, rip the clue out of the dead person's hand? And these just do new Shakespeare plays?
Well, I hope we don't have to wrench a clue out of a dead person. I mean, desecrating graves sounds... I hope we don't have to do that. That sounds pretty uncouth. I hope I'm not the... I hope you all agree with me.
Using something that obviously the dead person can't use.
I mean, if we need to force something out of a dead person, I'm fine with that.
I don't think I am.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter whether or not you are if I'm okay with it. Just, heal me, bro.
I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, huh, Lucanus?
Lucanus just sort of, like, draws up his great sword and taps it down like, boom, boom. Not, like, drawing it out like a combat sense, just, like, in an affirmative, like, okay.
All right, then. I want to check one last thing before we bed in for the night. I want to check the groove in the floor, like the channel.
Which
is there
one? The loopy one or the short ones?
The loopy one.
Okay.
Is there a drain of any sort, or is it just a solid channel?
Give me a search check.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, thanks. I'm a dwarf.
Anytime.
I'm a dwarf.
Well, I mean, you're a dwarf, but you're also Peter.
Ooh. How's your...
I was hoping that would be interpreted as a compliment. I don't...
So you don't see a drain of any sort. It looks like this is one contiguous loopy-doopy design. I mean, there are points where it connects to itself, but yeah, like it seems like just one continuous thing. There's no ramp in, there's no drain or, anything like that. You do notice that the loopy design is quite a shallow channel. Like this is very shallowly cut into the stone, while the short ones are, like I said, they're troughs, like they're rather deep in comparison.
So Lucanus is going, while Cedric is doing that, Lucanus is going to search the murals for anything that looks elven.
Okay. Give me a search check.
15.
Nothing strikes you immediately as being like elven TM iconography or anything like that. Like, it's a lot of nature imagery. Like I said, it feels like, if you stood still enough, you might almost hear the sounds of the jungle and the breeze. These carvings look so alive, but you don't see anything that strikes you immediately as like iconography of your people or anything like that.
Even though it reminds them of that.
Well, sure, it's nature iconography. Lots of peoples do stuff like that, but it is not like elven in particular, or at least you don't see anything like that.
Okay.
Well, I seem to have come out the best in the previous fight with the spiders.
That's because you didn't fight. It's easy for you to not have gotten hurt when you didn't even think to enter and help.
I mean, he healed all of us.
Also, I definitely... I did heal you, Kay.
Okay.
I also, Nautia and I fought a swarm of the spiders in the hallway.
He was covered.
I stopped, dropped, and rolled. As they taught us in 5th grade.
Yeah, I think all of us could have performed a little bit better in that fight.
Yeah, we could have.
But I was going to say I'll take first watch.
I'll take second watch. We all know that I don't need much sleep.
Okay. So you guys are gonna do those 2 watches, barricaded in the room with the pedestals. Cedric, give me a perception check. Are you going to light the lantern when it goes out?
It's Fletcher's lantern, so I no, okay. I won't. I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to presume to use up Fletcher's supplies.
It wasn't my lantern.
It's Kay's.
It was my lantern. I let someone else borrow it because I am the nicest person on the whole team.
But if we agreed, I mean, if we all agree we didn't want it, I think like if I was laying down to go to sleep, we'd put it out because everyone else can continue to see within the room except for me. So we wouldn't want to keep like wasting the fuel in the lantern.
Okay, so just as a reminder, Cedric can see in the dark. That gives you no color vision, but you can see in the dark.
As can Lucanus.
No, Lucanus, you have low light vision.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize there was a difference.
Yeah, there's a difference between dark vision and low light vision. So dark vision, you can see in the dark for 60 feet, but there is no color. So you basically just see like black and white and gray. Lucanus, you can see 60 feet in low light. So like shadowy and poorly illuminated spaces.
And the dungeon is dark?
I mean, you're pretty far underground, and there are no sources of light other than those which you have brought with you.
What's my hearing like?
I mean, you can still hear just fine. It's not like that changes when the sun goes down. I hope not.
Yeah, but I mean, can I hear, like, better than Fletcher or Cedric, or what is my, like, I don't know what Elven hearing is, compared to other classes.
That's already bundled into your ability. So, like, you have a bonus to your perception because of being an elf, so that's already in there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I guess it's up to Lucanus whether he wants to relight the lantern or not.
Okay.
I'll let it go out for my watch.
Okay.
Because I don't need it.
Give me a perception check.
That's 16.
Okay. Yeah, it's incredibly quiet in here. Once everybody stops moving and lays down and goes to sleep, like, you can hear their breathing, but, like, this room is big. And I'm assuming, I don't know if this is true, but, like, I'm assuming you all camped out and are sleeping pretty close together. But, like, yeah, this room is big, and, you know, once it gets dark, when the lantern goes out, like, even though you have dark vision, like, who has been in a cave and turned the lights out before? I love that feeling. It's like the dark, like, presses against your eyes. It's really interesting.
It's the darkest dark.
It's the darkest dark. So yeah, like, you know, Cedric, you can see in the dark, but it's like being in a mine. It is very dark, and it is very quiet, and a little cool, and a little damp, right? Because you're underground in this lush, moist ecosystem. But you don't hear anything other than your friends sleeping.
This is the closest I've felt to home since I left.
Pretty much.
Like, this is like the first time that I haven't, you know, like, I was like on the ship, I was in New Seychester, I was out in the woods. Like, this is the first time that I've experienced quiet and dark like home. Cedric feels a little bit of agoraphobia, you know, when he's outside, like, looking at the stars is super creepy to him. So, like, he's finally relaxed. So his whole watch is just very cathartic for him. I think he feels like he's relaxed for the first time ever, and just like sitting there, just listening to his friends breathe and just enjoying the quiet.
Nice. Conversely, then we have Lucanus.
Enjoy the silence. I think there's an 80s song with something like that.
Lucanus has not lived underground before.
Yeah, but he still feels fairly comfortable. Like, it's not the same way that Cedric feels. So, like, Cedric feels like he's at home.
Yeah. Right?
Like, he feels comfortable because it's familiar, but Lucanus feels comfortable for the exact opposite reason. He's not in an exposed space. He knows, like, if anything's coming at him, he knows exactly where to look, and it's just dark. The dark is sort of like, he has the lantern lit. He decides to light the lantern because he only has low light vision and not dark vision. But even then, it's just sort of like the darkness forms a tent around him, and he doesn't feel unsafe. And he kind of sort of feels comfortable in a way that Cedric doesn't.
Interesting. Can you give me a perception check?
Yes, 16.
Okay. Yeah, you don't really hear anything other than your friends sleeping. You don't see anything out of order. I'd like to remind you all that you get 1 hit point back per level while you sleep. And you also can get back 1 ability score point.
So I can get 1 strength back?
To the total, not to your modifier, but to your total.
So yeah, how many? You lost what, 4, Joe?
Well, I have 14 hit points total right now.
No, your strength.
Your strength.
I think I just lost 1.
Well, we'll figure it out
Because
afterwards.
I rolled a lot of surprisingly good fortitude saves, so I just have I had -1 strength.
Right, yeah.
So I get that back, right?
Well, we'll figure it out later to make sure. But yeah, so you are doing the sleeps. When we come back for our next episode, you will have woken up from the sleeps, and you'll still be in this underground area. But yeah, this seems like a good place to call it for the night. So thank you to all of the lots of people who were watching. We really appreciate you. And thank you to everyone who is watching after the fact and everyone who's listening to our podcast. It's really cool that you guys like what we do, and we appreciate it. The next time we will be here live will be Saturday, May 2nd. So that's 2 Saturdays from now. Same time, same place. You can catch us here on Twitch or on the YouTube or the podcast later on, and we will be continuing with this dungeon crawl. The Sunday before that, so that's Sunday, April 26th, we'll be having our first episode of the Burn campaign. So that's going to be a game of Legacy. What is it? Life in the Ruins? Is that what it's called, Peter? Yeah, Legacy Life in the Ruins. It's a really cool, very, very, very different kind of RPG from this one, but I'm really excited. We've got a good group. Jareth will be the game master, and then Peter and I will be joined by Xander and Jordan to make up the cast of 4 players. It's going to be a really cool post-apocalyptic story, which I'm very excited about. Peter's running some farmers because, you know...
My people don't worship any kind of god.
Nope.
If people want to change a pace, so
Yeah.
I'll be annoying in a totally different kind of way.
Oh, good. I can't wait. And I will not be the game master. Instead, I will be a player, and I'm going to be playing a group of people who whose lives center around water and aquatic exploration. So we're really excited about that. So yeah, stay tuned for all of the cool stuff happening on this channel. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Emily will be playing Animal Crossing here, and then on Monday, Ryan will be playing Animal Crossing via the Monterey Bay Aquarium. Was there anything else anybody wanted to pimp this evening?
I think we covered it.
No. Nancy and I will have something big to announce here pretty soon. But just keep an eye out for that. We're pretty excited about the thing that's going to be revived.
And remember, you can catch all of these people on the social media. Their information is down in the reference section below the YouTube video, the Twitch, in the podcast description, whatever. So please follow us in non-creepy ways on social media and enjoy all of the stuff we make. That's it for this evening, though. Thank you so much for being here with us. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.